Here we are, streaming some Stranding. Yeah, I've seen this one. Welcome to the first Adventures in Backlogging of 2020. Woof. Feels weird saying that. I'm in the future now. Oh, Mads Mikkelsen. Love seeing your sinister face. Seen it. Skip it. Let's get delivering, people. Let's get delivering. Okay. Hello! The first few days have been alright, apart from America trying to start a war with Iran. But that aside, things are good. How are you, Simon? Alright, where are we going? I need to go to the distribution centre south of Lake Knot City, and I'm going to take my big old truck there. See what I can grab on the way. Optimise my load, there we go. Custom hermetics, blood bags, bowler gun, repair spray, yeah, all good. All good. Off into the world I go. I'm just gonna head down the road, I think. Head on down the road. Stop off at the old watchtower, see if there's anything worth picking up. Oh. Already raining. Best pick up those metals. Da-da-da-da. I'm not going that way, so I'm not going to take that. Okay. I don't really need ceramics. Ooh. That's important though. Yeah, let's get some of that stuff. Loads of chiral crystals. Ooh. I could raid that camp. Think I'm gonna raid that camp. Work out how. Hey. Yeah, a little trim. Thank you, thank you. I know I look good. But hey, what else is new? Okay, let's pop the metals in there. I'm going to go in pretty bare. Nick whatever's in their locker. Nick some mule stuff. Yeah, I'll have that. Thanks. Yeah, we'll have that. Yeah, we'll have that. And that, and that, and that, and that. I'll tell you what, let's just have it all, eh? Oh, I can't have it all. Well, let's not have that. All that, all that, all that. I carry all that on my back, that's fine. And then what I'll do is I'll drop it all in here. Someone's worked out a lovely system here. Hi, Keeks.
Hello.
Don't forget your fluffy jumper.
I'm not. I'm preparing the way.
Ah, you're preparing for
This is the way.
Just raiding a mule camp.
There's got to be a better mechanism for working than that.
Hey. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I don't think I am. This is so long already.
I'm going to donate a bunch of metals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What colour should we go for pepper?
Purple.
He's got a black one here. A black colour.
Why would you put a black collar on a black cat?
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Exactly.
Well, we've got pinks. We've got a red. We've got an orange. What a yellow. Be a little bumblebee. Got a green. Got a blue. Got another blue. Got a black.
Oh, I think someone spotted me.
Yeah, signed up Mr. Cat. Hello. You just know shit's happening, don't you? Not that you do go outside very often anymore, but just in case you do. Make sure you're safe.
Yeah, I don't want to be on. I want to be in close quarters. Oh, I need that bowler gun. Gotta get that bowler gun. That bowler gun. Bind you. Yeah. Bind you. Oh, my truck's damaged. That's a buggerance.
I've literally got this collar, the smallest it'll go, and it's still a little bit big on it.
Oh, she's a little cat. What are they doing?
Snoot. You're a good snoot. How nice and painless can that be?
Not. Can be not painless at all.
Like I say, she's pretty chill. And yeah,
She has her moments.
I'm going there.
Got him in my smoke grenade, you see.
Yeah.
And I'm tying him up.
Is this
Oi.
what they paid for?
That's what I've got to give. Oh, you fucker. Creeping up on me, eh?
Happy New Year,
Got ya.
Simon.
Got ya.
How's your year been so far? Any vision jokes about it being 2020? And I'll throw myself out the window.
Yeah, there's... No, thank you. Do you think I'm carrying enough?
I think you're carrying too much shit at all times. Mostly emotional baggage.
I can't get out of the tent. I'm carrying too much.
You look like a giraffe. Maybe that's what the thing's blowing on the front of the Resi logo.
I think I can't actually carry anymore now. I'm gonna carry this.
Ridiculous. Can you not just come back for it?
I need that hermetic grenade. I can come back for some of it, certainly. What am I doing in my life?
Hoarding.
Yeah.
God, if I died, I'd be so worried that you'd just fill the house with yogurt pots.
Oh! I knocked him out by hitting him with cargo. Uh-oh! Run away! Run away! Run away!
Sure would be easier if you weren't carrying so much shit!
No, but that's the whole reason I came!
Did you not at least unload before you came for loads of shit?
Yeah! That's just how much shit you can get by raiding mule camps. There's a lot of materials and stuff.
You look like one of them people, like when there's a riot that goes in and steals the basmati rice.
Yeah.
Don't need it, but it's fucking free.
I'm stealing all the basmati rice. It's free.
Yeah, but it's also 45p rice, mate. Like, chill. Chill yo fucking nuggets. No, it's not nuggets though, it's rice. You know what? I got me fruit shorties. I don't even want them.
Oh, we'll save them for later then. For another day, perhaps.
Oh, there's eucalyptus on my face. It's wonderful though.
Yeah, I love a bit of eucalyptus on the face.
Like I say, the problem wasn't necessarily that my nose was blocked earlier. It's just my sinuses are so fucking sore. You know what's really great? You know what was the best thing about New Year's Day for me?
Nothing.
Was being that hungover and having this cold.
Mm-hmm.
Because this cold did not exist. I just happened to get hit with a massive fucking cold, as well as a massive fucking hangover because I drank way too much.
Yeah, it was a good night.
In my defence, though, I wasn't pouring the measures. I had no idea how strong the drinks were.
Well, you've learned
So
now.
Danny was like, "Oh man, some of them were triples." You fucking what, mate?
Well, they're not. She's just eyeballing him, isn't she? So it's not
I know,
like.
but, like, should have known.
Well, yeah, you
Guys,
should have
them
known.
fucking glasses as well.
You should have known.
Jesus, each glass was like a fucking cauldron. Not that I'm
You
complaining.
should have
It
known.
was good stuff.
It was good stuff at that.
Do you want to reluctantly talk about that show that is so close to our hearts, or haven't you managed to watch it yet?
I've watched it. You know I've watched it because you like my tweet about it.
Oh, just such a soft bitch, yeah. Like you just say, oh yeah, go on, let's chat about it. I know you've seen it. I know you know I've seen it. Maybe he wasn't talking to you. Maybe he was talking to me.
You haven't
I
seen
haven't
it.
seen it.
You haven't seen it,
That's
so
good.
we can't talk about the twist ending. And also,
I mean, you can. I'll watch it regardless. You know me.
also, I'd rather wait. I'd like to wait for Chris before I say too much about it.
It's just what he does. He just sits and pines at the
Yeah,
Oh, Matt, do you think she wants
'cause
to
no
play
doubt.
with her?
I think she wants you to play with her.
Look, she's just sat looking up.
She wants the
at
feather.
Her toy,
She wants the feather.
just snuffing about.
But yeah, I until the podcast, I haven't got a whole ton to say about Doctor Who other than yeah, it was good. Let's have some more. And that's about it.
You can jump higher than that, Pepper.
Not
Did you get the bank holiday off? Did you do anything with it?
what?
Asking Simon.
What bank holiday?
New Year's Day.
Oh right, I don't know.
Listen, just because you're a fucking man of leisure now, doesn't mean that bank holidays aren't the thing.
Man of leisure. That's a charitable description of what I am.
Don't do the fucking laundry. No, I'm joking. You do sometimes.
Twat. I think that's what most people would call me. I'm on a bike, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get to do
It's very wet
enough
today.
jumps with a hand in the air that I'll be able to do the YMCA.
Yeah, but you gotta take pictures. Who's gonna take the pictures, Keeks?
I'm trying to get to the stage where she'll fucking jump first. It took years to get to actually pounce. She's a slow bitch.
She's a little bit slow. Ah. What we got here? Huh. Someone's dropped some Bridges boots. I'm going to put them in a locker or something. I have no idea if I'm going the right way or not. I am going the right way.
I have a similar thing whenever we drive anywhere.
I mean, I never know if I'm going the right way. TBF. Oh. Rockfall. Guess I'm on foot from here on out. Which is fine. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. All right. Ah, that's what we want. We want the paver. I don't think I've got anything to offer to it, though, to be fair. Oh, I've got some ceramics. And that's about it.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to stick this in the couch. You stop playing with it. I'll join it.
Dun, 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 dun.
So in work today was literally like, oh, such and such. Martin, have you seen Dracula yet? And he's like, oh no, we're waiting for them all to finish, and then we're going to watch them all in one go. And then the deputy manager was like, oh, I switched it off after like 5 minutes. It scared me. And then Gordon was like, well, it's not real.
I understand it's not real.
The Victor just turned around and was like, yeah, just, maybe wait and watch it when it's a bit warmer, have a bit of garlic bread.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I've not watched Dracula yet.
Crack me up.
I should watch Dracula. I'm hearing mostly good things about it.
Apparently by next Monday it'll all be out. So
Yeah, it's only 3 parts, I think.
4 parts.
4 parts.
Well, that's what Martin said anyway.
I don't know.
But yeah, so. Interesting. But yeah, it just made me laugh a little. What's some garlic bread? Some water when you vampire.
Fucking hell. That's ridiculous.
Where did that kind of trope come from that garlic's bad for them?
I don't know. I've not...
I mean, I know garlic is good for your heart. Supposedly.
I've not tried to untangle that history, really.
Because obviously, silver comes from the fact... Like, the whole mirror thing comes from the fact that mirrors were originally backed by silver. So that's where that comes from. They have no reflections because they're allergic to silver. But yeah, I don't... Let's Google it. I'm going to go down a Google hole. The information I find might be apocryphal, but I don't care.
All information is apocryphal to someone. That's not true.
This was in the first sentence of an email today.
Yeah?
Sent by someone who is not employed by us.
Okay.
But, you know, could be referred to as someone who is a customer. First line says, a calamity of idiosyncrasies.
What?
That's yeah. The manager was like, what does he mean? And I was like, well, nothing. Because those words aren't what he thinks they are. An idiosyncrasy. You can't have a calamity of idiosyncrasies. It's the two words that don't work together. That is someone who's gone, oh, idiosyncratic, that's a good word. Right, fucking smash that in. What's a good way to describe a lot of something bad? Thesaurus. Calamity. There being lots of little bad things happened and I'm very annoyed.
I mean, it's certainly...
Calamity of idiosyncrasies. I was like, for fuck's sake, that's someone who's just found the thesaurus, isn't it?
Someone's left some reverse strikes in there.
It does make me laugh though. Like, you can tell the sort of person that's like, you know what? I'm right into a business. I need to make myself look like really cool. So they're like, I remember someone trying to tell the AI bot that you can speak to before you speak to a human. And someone told the AI bot that their spelling was, what did they say? Atrocious. But they'd spelt atrocious wrong. And I was just like, the joy of looking at someone
Ian.
Tell an AI bot that they can't spell whilst being unable to spell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just don't.
Anything else going to... No. Yeah. Fucking... daft, innit? Anything going to the weather station? No.
The manager was kind of like, oh, I'm missing something. Like, does it have another meaning? And I was like, no, it just means like something peculiar or like a weird trait.
Yeah.
It doesn't...
Yeah.
Like a calamity of idiosyncrasy. Like, those words don't go together.
Very strange. Someone clearly thinks it does.
Like, it just... I feel like garlic and chocolate. It's just two things. Just they're things on their own, and they're great with other stuff, but they do not go together.
I would...
You would eat it.
I mean, yeah,
like
but
you
then...
would regret it.
That could be said about so many things. How's the BB? The BB, I think, is good. I think the BB is good.
She just tried to walk off with the feather.
Of course she did. The BB is good. Is he, she, they? Don't know the gender of the BB. Seem to be in good health and good spirits. However, I'm about to go through a BB area, so... Oh, getting this bike out of storage is a stupid fucking idea, wasn't it? I can't fucking take it anywhere. It's all rocky terrain from here on in.
Okay, that's fine. I'll leave you to it.
New Year's resolution not to eat chocolate. A brave decision. I tend not to stick to resolutions, so I tend not to make concrete ones for myself. Just like, I'm going to try doing this and this better. And we'll see what happens. Ooh, I like this terrain. Oh no, I upset the BB! No BB! Check on the BB. Yeah, we've not really made any resolutions, have we, Keeks?
No. There are
Just
many
rocking
things
my
that me and
BB.
Matt do. We don't really celebrate Valentine's Day. Don't really make a big fuss of an anniversary. We don't set resolutions.
Nah.
It's just, I feel like if you go into a year going, I need to do this one thing,
Yeah.
then A, it's really easy to let yourself down, and B, it's really easy to kind of get overly frustrated over nothing and make it into a bigger thing than it needs to be. And
Yeah.
there's always that thing of being like,
Yeah.
oh well, it's gonna fail anyway. And I always feel it's like that thing. If you wake up in the morning and someone tells you you're gonna have a bad day, you're gonna have a bad day because everything that you come across is gonna feel so much worse.
Mm.
And it's the same with the resolution. If you make it thinking that it's gonna fail, it's gonna fail. So I'd rather just not get into that.
Just
whole
don't make
thing
it.
and make it a resolution. We've been trying to eat better for what feels like 4,000 years.
And failing in many cases.
No, we did really well. And we both lost weight, and we were both feeling good. And then we went to Edinburgh, and then we ate our way through Edinburgh, and we've
So
never
good, though.
recovered since.
So good.
It's a good example of how a week becomes 2 fucking years.
Look at this terrain. I love this. I love this.
That's some Horizon Zero Dawn.
So cool.
But yeah, Sasha Dawan. His name sounds familiar.
You'll know his face when you see him. He's like, oh, it's that guy.
Feel like he might be being human.
Possibly. Don't look him up.
So, the garlic thing comes from back in the day. Garlic was used to repel mosquitoes.
Here we go. BT time.
Also, it is a natural antibiotic. So if you think you've got a blood infection,
I mean, I eat fucking garlic all the time, so.
Is that why there was that one time where I got really horrific food poisoning and you were fine, even though you'd eaten much more adventurous items?
Apparently he was in Being Human, according to Ian.
Yes, was he the werewolf dude? Is his sister the racist that was in
Is his
Misfits?
sister the racist?
Honestly, if you look at his sister, it's like him, but she's
His sister.
What's the polite way to say
The
it?
racist.
Slightly wider, like facially.
Ah, that's
Um,
not a polite way to say it.
And she shows up in Catastrophe, and yeah, she got in trouble after being in Misfits for a while because
That's where I'm
she
going.
said something that was not great, and he had to come out and basically be like, "Yeah, that wasn't great."
Wasn't great.
I'm sure he gets introduced in Being Human in the season,
Alright.
season like 3,
Let's get our BTs on.
and then, or maybe like season 2, and then season 3, they scrap the whole main cast, and then season 4 is about him, and then this sort of cut and paste other werewolf, what other vampire, and other ghost to take over from where the original cast left off, because they all were like, nah, fuck this shit.
Yeah. Sounds right.
So garlic originally got its good reputation from ancient Egypt. Because it was believed that it held incredible healing powers.
Ooh.
It's commonly used against supernatural beings in like China and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom. I really liked Being Human. It did get a bit pants towards the end, but I just love it. Like when Annie starts getting, like she starts to manifest and people can see her. And she's like, "Oh my god, that man outside called me a slag." It's fun.
I'm glad someone's enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Aidan Gillen had to leave to go be in Poldark and fucking The Hobbit.
Not Aidan Gillen.
Aidan Gillen?
Nope.
Oh, he's Littlefinger. Greasy Irishman.
I know the one you mean. So the Star Wars episode went very quickly. The Star Wars episode did go very quickly. That's because we didn't have long to record it because of Chris's Panto schedule. I'm sure we'll have more to say about Rise of Skywalker and at a future point in time, because we've both got lots of thoughts on it. I definitely came off more negative in the podcast than I actually am about the film. Like, I like it fine, but it is a mess and nonsense. It's weird because, like, I agree with Chris on most of the things that are messy about it, but I'm kind of fine with a lot of it. It's weird. I'm like, yeah, this film has problems out the wazoo, but I still enjoyed it. I don't know.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of Michael Soka. Sosha? He's the sister with the racist.
He's... Oh, he's one episode wonder, apparently, in Being Human.
Yeah. He was also in Iron Fist.
Was he?
I think he's the dude they introduced towards the end of season 1, who was training with Danny and who was gonna be in
Right.
He was being set up to be a big bad for season 2, and then we never picked it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, chiral crystal. Yeah, he's been in tons of stuff. Hey, I made it out of the BT area. 3 likes received from BB. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Look at my
he was
big...
the Steel Servant in Iron Fist.
Interesting.
He also lent his voice to Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, what a shame it was terrible.
Never even fucking played it.
I did not,
Get your
actually,
tits off.
ever play it. I didn't play it. I never played it.
Yeah, no, I know who he is now, yeah.
I never played it because I heard it were crap. Simon, I cannot tell her to save herself. I'd be giving the game away. The hell?
Yeah. Lauren, Socha, whatever, she had to leave Misfits after she was sentenced to 4 months in prison for racially being convicted of... she admitted to racially aggravated assault on a taxi driver.
Fucking hell, man. I'm walking straight back into the BT area, which I don't want to do.
I mean, it's not as bad as that time when, you know, Mark Wahlberg just straight up punched a dude and blinded in one eye for, you know, being a different race. Let's not forget that.
Also, don't forget the time Cheryl Cole assaulted a toilet attendant.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone fucking
Well,
loves
back
her
when
for
she was
some
Cheryl
reason.
Tweedy.
Never got the love for Cheryl Cole.
Yeah.
Cheryl Tweedy, whatever she's called now.
I don't know who Zero is. Is Zero... Is he in the new one?
He's in the new one. So, watch the new one and all become clear.
I will. Tomorrow. Maybe not. Oh, the poor bastard was in After Earth as well. Oof. He's not had an easy go of it, has he? Please just let me do the thing. EastEnders, perfectly frank TV movie. Oh mate.
Oof.
I mean, you know, I'd do much worse for a worse wage, but he's really had an uphill slog to get a fucking role, hasn't he?
Hey, you gotta get what you can get.
Oh, he was in that thing called In the Flesh as well. Where it's like zombieism is a thing and you can cure it. The BBC 3 thing.
Sounds like a BBC 3 thing.
Oh my god, he was in The Interceptor.
Oh, so maybe Charlie will know him.
Maybe.
That's neat.
He only seems to have been in it for one episode, so he's just like a pocket villain.
Well, Charlie was a series regular, so.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh no! I did a fall in the water!
It was one of the few things I did like in Iron Fist, so yeah. Pretty decent.
Ah! I did a fall in the water!
Stockport boy.
Yeah, that's cool. The water too deep! The water too deep! Ah, shit.
I love that you were like, oh no, I'm losing too much cargo. I must now lose my life.
Wow. Not straight up, you want to try it again, just like straight up game over. Fucking hell.
Is that the first time you died?
It's the first time I've got a game over of any kind.
Jesus.
I thought it'd just be like, go back to this distribution centre, try again, you fucking idiot. But no. Straight up game over, load your last save. Fucking hell.
He voiced Steel Servant in Lego Marvel Superheroes as well. That's cute.
Davos.
I like it when people come back and voice things for kids' games. Yeah. Oh, now he probably knows James Corden because he was in something called History Boys with him.
History Boys was like one of James Corden's breakthrough things because they like most of the cast of the film were in the original theatre version, and so continued their roles into the film version. So he might have been one of those.
Yeah, no, he looks super chill though. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I know what he looks like. I know what he looks like. You've seen the episode. Come on. See if I can get this. Nope. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. There we go.
I hate these shitty
Custom
little tips.
hermetic.
On January 1st, turn all your hangers the same way round.
Polygon.
I do that anyway. It's really fucking annoying if you try and take something off a hanger and something's facing the other way and they fucking snuggle each other.
I
Any
know.
clothes in June that have not been turned around, you'll know you don't wear them, so you can turn it into charity. Or maybe just don't hoard your clothes. Don't buy more clothes if you've got clothes that are perfectly fine.
But what if you really like the clothes? Had a rocky start. Let's. Right.
Yeah. People, tell me of the wonders of this new year. How has it been for you?
Been fucking terrible for me. And now bridge puns also. Right.
Oh, baby.
We are in a chiral storm. I realise that I've somehow managed to drop my bowler gun, so I'm gonna see if there's one in this
World War Three is
post
gonna
box.
happen. Oh, brilliant! Who are we fighting this time?
No, it's from. Have you not seen what's happened with Iran?
No.
On the orders of Donald Trump, the US carried out an airstrike and killed, like, the military leader of Iran.
Fucking hell.
Um,
This is what happens when you stay at work very
yeah.
late. You miss the news.
Yeah, it's rough. So we're basically at that point now. We've America have assassinated Iran's military leader. To cut a long story short. Which is never good.
So, on day one, the Pope slapped a woman.
Yep.
Day 2, World War Three's happening.
Yep.
What the fuck's gonna happen today?
Well, that's been most of the thing for today, is like...
Yeah, but it...
I guess we're going to war with Iran. Although, of course, we're US allies, so we might not be... We won't be directly involved, but knowing...
I would like it very much if Boris did not drag us into that shit.
But he will, though, because he's Boris fucking Johnson.
That is what all these wives and girlfriends call him.
Yeah, the woman did grab the Pope's hand, but he's the fucking Pope. People, they cultivate this image of him being, like, a figure of adoration. And
Headline
then...
an hour ago, Donald Trump, we do not want to start a war with Iran.
No,
then why did you start a war with Iran? Fucking hell.
The hell? Oh, I was holding my breath for too long. Will the podcast end when we get conscripted? Batman and Robin will never die. The podcast will never end.
I'll do a Mulan. Just paint on a beard.
If we do end up going to war, you can guarantee I won't be fucking fighting in it. I'm not fighting some other cunt's war for him. I don't care if people call me a coward. And that's the truth. Need to try and get out of this fucking rain. Cockroaches, a share world tour, and the podcast. Yep, that's all that's going to be left after the end. I'll be doing the podcast with a cockroach. Because I've already eaten Chris to survive. Only because I know that I'd win in a fight. What are you going to do? Hey, man. Oh, hello. Look at that guy. Oh, shit. Literally walked right into that one. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me now. Alright, I need that fucking cargo. Oh, my hermetic grenades are over there. Fuck's sake. There's only one thing to do. Piss on them. Alright. Here we go. That was silly of me. Careless. Big damn wrestling match indeed. That's exactly how it'd go down. Why do I keep doing that? It's this one. Drink my monster energy. And them chiral crystals. Give me them chiral crystals. Motherfucker. I've got to get up to that hill with that big dish on. Completely lost my bearings. I'm actually going the right... Oh wow, I'm fucking miles away. Okay. Nowhere near as close as I thought I was. What would my Mad Max style Fallout Wastelander badass name be? Oh.
Right, you can tell what a fucking mess my Google cookies are. Because we've probably got World War III, and the headlines for me are...
Oh, you
Last
fucker!
leg, Greta Thunberg sex joke by Yorkshire comedian sparks Ofcom complaints. Nicolas Cage spends New Year's Eve in a small pub in Somerset.
Yeah, saw that.
Star Wars breaking down the duels. Lottie Lyon Stark's row with Dean Armad in The Apprentice. Bunch of things about Sacha Dhawan on Doctor Who. More articles about Rosie Jones' Greta Thunberg joke. Tesco scraps cash payments for Scan As You Shop service. And shoppers are fuming.
Shoppers are always fucking fuming. Have you been to a
Why
supermarket?
having a pet could invalidate your car insurance. More on
What?
Star Wars. Oh, I think it's like if you don't have your pet in a carrier in the car. Like if you just let them dangle their head out the window.
Oh yeah, no.
Fleabag's hot priest, Andrew Scott, wants you to stop using the term casual sex.
What?
Like, we're going to fucking war, and my fucking Google News is fucked. Long range snow forecast, shock map, show heavy snow for the UK. Beast from the East is back. PS5, DualShock 5 leak.
Yay.
One new feature we all suspected was coming.
Did we?
I just...
Apparently there's a screen on it. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
I honestly, I have absolutely fucked my news. No wonder I can't fucking find out about World War III.
Ian wants to know when you're watching Doctor Who.
Probably tomorrow. I heard it was mostly good.
It's very good. Some people are heralding it as a return to form. I, however, thought it was already on form, so...
Well, apparently there has been a
There you
ratings
go.
drop.
There's always a ratings drop. Nobody watches shit on New Year's Day. Also... I love how Andrew Scott is now hot sexy priest I didn't care for his Moriarty. Yeah, fair.
Yeah. I mean, I never really got into Sherlock.
I didn't really care for Sherlock, so...
I don't understand why people find Benedict Cumberbatch sexy. Like,
I
I like his voice.
I can see it. I think it's mostly the voice, if I'm honest.
I would definitely, if I had to bang him...
I know you definitely would.
I would definitely go for Doctor Strange looking Benedict Cumberbatch rather than shaggy weird...
Well, you like a beard, don't you?
Sherlock.
You do like a beard, I've
It's your own
noticed.
fault. The men before
It's
you
my
were all
fault.
clean shaven.
It's my fault that you like a beard.
Yeah.
Good.
I never used to like him, and then I realised your face is very soft.
My face is very soft. You know.
Stubble is chafing.
That's really going to chafe my
probably
willy.
the same as you, Keeks. The first 2 or 3 days have been work, although Friday has been a day to watch The Show Goes Wrong, episode 1. Oh, yeah, that was the thing you were telling us about. And it's based in the Second World War, army base. It was a great episode. And I think the Mischief Theatre group likes me because the tweets I wrote about them. Aww. Even if it's just letting people know when the episode is on. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I've I was very hungover New Year's Day. I'm very ill, which at first I thought was just part of the hangover, but then has immediately apparently, become its own thing, because you don't get all bunged up and gross and sneezy with a hangover. If I'd have known this was coming, I wouldn't have made such poor decisions. I can accept feeling shitty for a day.
In answer to the question, who has the best Marvel beard? It's Agent 47 to Captain America. Agent 13.
I didn't make a beard joke earlier.
Agent 13. Boo. Not Agent 47. Who the fuck's Agent 47? Agent 13. A.K.A. Sharon Carter.
We got what you mean.
Yeah, I know.
The man who wants to snog Peggy's granddaughter /
his grandniece.
Fuck continuity you're reading her in.
But he's
it
actually
only gets creepier.
He's actually, in reality, hard for Bucky and no one else.
It wasn't acceptable in his day.
It's always acceptable on the internet.
You know what upsets me is...
What upsets you?
I rabbited all the way through Fleabag. You enjoyed what you watched of it. And then you've still not got around to season 2.
No, I haven't.
It's like fucking half-hour episodes.
I know.
6 episodes.
I know, I'm such a cunt.
You've got the time.
Have I? Has anyone? Really?
The shit... I come home and you'll be like, oh yeah, I watched this fucking Z movie.
Yep.
Where Hugh Grant is really young and fucking flaps.
Listen, Lair of the White Worm is not a Z movie. It's a WTF movie.
If you've got time to watch that, you've got time to watch a very, very, very funny show. But then, like I say...
Time is a construct, Ian, you're correct.
Andrew Scott is cute, but at the same time, like, I don't get why everybody's, like, got a rod on for him as the hot priest.
Because he...
Take your wide on off. He doesn't like ladies. He's got another gender to pursue and he's quite happy with them.
No, but the hot priest does.
Take your white on off and shut your legs.
Fucking hell. But in all seriousness, the best Marvel beard belongs to Fat Thor.
Well, are we just talking MCU?
Yeah, I think so.
You kind of got to go Tony then. With his stylish goatee.
Yeah, he's got a stylish goatee, but it's not the best beard.
Well, no, he's not a fucking wizard.
Fat Thor's got the best beard. Or maybe Odin.
I don't know, they look like they've got a picnic in there.
Ooh, best beard is Fat Thor after he gets powered up.
Oh, Peter
when it's all braided and shit.
Yeah, the braided beard was cool.
Yeah, that's the best beard.
I'll give you that one.
Peter Dinklage's beard is... It's a mediocre beard.
Derry Girls is good. I kind of... Second season though...
Tony's beard is pepper.
It felt like it dipped a bit.
Ooh.
Is that just me? Because I got like a couple of episodes into the first season. I really enjoyed. The pilot is so strong as well. And then I got a little bit into the second season. I was a bit like, oh, this is not so great. And so I've just not gone back to it. Does it get better again? Because if it's just like a little kind of... Because you find that sometimes with shows where after the first season they're trying to find what the second season voice is and it just stumbles a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Does it get better? Is it worth going back to? Have I been too hard? Thank God Iron Man is dead now that Deadpool is in Marvel. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what Ryan Reynolds does with him. I imagine he'll probably kill off Vanessa again for no fucking reason. I'll finish Rick and Morty. We're up to date with the ones that are on all 4.
Yeah, the last one was the snake one, wasn't
it? Snake jazz. Hi, Pepper. You're gonna come sit with me.
Alright, I got weather forecasts now.
Sit with me. Oh, no, she's not.
Ain't that good?
She's not coming to sit with me. She doesn't love me.
Weather forecasts. I've never been so excited to get a weather forecast in a game. Thanks. Thanks, Die Hardman. It is raining. Yes.
Is it just me, or does like Die Hardman just sound like a fucking lady's pen name? Oh, that's Die Hardman, yeah. Don't worry about her. She's
What kind of novels would Die Hardman write?
I once had a manager whose name was Joe King.
Oh, fuck off.
Like her name was Joanne.
Why would you shorten it to Joe? Why would she do that to herself? Oh, man. Pardon me. You can. They fucking. Those can fuck off. Get rid of some thingies, and I'm going to go on to the next. To the next place. Oh, fantastic. Oh, look. Right. Get rid of these metals. Because what do you think I am? Some kind of... See what's next. A friend thought the Mills and Boone books were books for tourists. Tourists in the realm of romantic love, perhaps. Romantic adventures. Right, okay, so... Fabricate equipment, what have I got now? Timefall shelters. Ooh. And I can build one of those with the PCC. Oh, thanks. We'll turn it up so you can hear it. I'll let Mama fill you in on the details. Okay.
Come sit with me.
It's a fairly large structure, so it takes a lot of time and materials to build. But once complete, it's pretty much identical to a private room. Give it a shot.
Did I get the right pop?
Oh, you always get the right pop.
A floating carrier is a kind of tractor pump.
A floating carrier.
Keep it suspended in midair,
That's amazing.
unimpeded over rough terrain. You can load one up with cargo and tow it to your destination with minimal.
That's fucking ace.
If one's not enough for your needs, you can hook it up to another and take two. Just keep in mind that carriers
Alright.
supply of pyrocrystal to
That's fucking great.
make sure you have enough to get where you need to go.
Has Chris seen cats yet? Not as far as I'm aware. I've not spoken to Chris since we did our last record. I've been letting him finish his panto run. Because he must be fucking knackered.
Johnson was not warned about US airstrike.
Simon wants to know how you're getting on with your recipes.
My recipes.
Your recipes.
I have found many, but as Matthew is now a man of leisure, I just mostly send them to him so he can make them at some point.
I am a man of leisure.
But he has not made any as of yet, and my heart will never recover.
Well, we've got a big backlog of leftovers to clear out in the post-Christmas period.
I know, I'm just winding you up.
And we overspent a little on the grocery budget because we were getting booze and stuff here and there.
I like that you say we, but you are the only one with access to that account.
I'm sorry, I overspent at your behest.
When did I ask you to buy booze?
When booze happened. Shut up.
We've not bought any, we've gone to other people's houses. Kindly suck a dick. But yeah, no, it's fine. Like I said, there's some cheap recipes on there, like the pasta pomodoro. But yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. But I am off this week, so I do get to reclaim my kitchen a bit. I do want to try those couscous burgers though. I think they're probably nice. Wait, will Brexit get pushed past the war?
Will Brexit get pushed through because of the war?
Oh, I'm really sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses in this laptop. It's further away than it should be. I mean, I just assumed as soon as Boris Johnson went back on several things that he promised in the election on the first day that it's just going to get pushed through like a fucking rusty nail. Like, it's not going to fit well, it's not going to be structurally sound, it will fall apart very shortly after, but it's happening, and we're just going to have to deal with the fucking broken shelf and all the shit that's fallen off it afterwards. My Tesco is Easter stuffing. Yeah, your aunt was posting fucking fuming because someone's dead, get the cream eggs out. I don't really give a shit anymore.
Who gives a fuck?
Play the Christmas music in July. I'm broken inside now. I actually believe that we're living in a simulation. That the world actually ended in 2012 when it wasn't that the world was going to end in a fucking bang, it's just that it's slowly going to fucking crawl down the plug hole.
We're living in a simulation and it's a fucking nightmare. That's the worst bit.
We're as far away from 2050 as we are from
1990.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh.
30 years either side.
Well, my sibling's 1990, but he's only 29, but that's because his birthday's late in the year. Well, small Easter eggs at the moment, and single something in caramel. What does that say? Single?
Cream and caramel and Oreo eggs.
Oh, I'd go for a caramel egg.
Look at this,
no,
Keeks.
we will in a society. Look at what? What am I looking at?
Floating carrier. Look at this cool shit.
Is it another scary robot that's...
Nah.
Is it a drone?
It's a little basket I can carry behind me. How cool is that?
Oh, so it's basically like the little red wheel bucket that kids have in American TV.
Yeah, but I can link two of them together and they're in my belt. We live in a
live-
society. We live in a society.
We do live in a society. Unfortunately,
It's
it's
the fucking
circling
worst.
the plug hole. Oh, God. Like, it worries me. Like, I know my job is mostly, like, I deal with things when they've gone wrong, or when you genuinely have a reason to think that something has gone wrong. But it does worry me, some of the shit that people, like, just come on and it's like, come on, love, you're in your 40s, you've got to know better than this. Jesus Christ. It's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. I still haven't
Look how
seen
much
Joker.
shit I can stack on my carrier.
I wouldn't worry, mate. It's gonna get on the streaming surface eventually, and
It's gonna be fucking everywhere, man.
It's solidly fine. Like, there's stuff in there to like. There's stuff in there not to like. I am a complaint specialist for a financial institution. So shit goes wrong, and I deal with it. I specifically deal with complex cases. So either when there is a lot of issues, or when it's not immediately apparent what the fuck's happened. And sometimes that means I have to go find money through a lot of different suspense accounts to find out what's happened with it. Like I say,
Oh, that's the way I'm going.
I have raised a lot of cases today, and I don't think I've held any of them actually. Yeah, I've not agreed with a single complaint today.
Do you ever want to burn it down?
No, to be honest, it's of the jobs that I've had, it's the best one. It was very cold in the office today because the aircon is controlled by another building, and where the other building was clearly a hell of a lot warmer than mine was. I literally went out in the hallway and it was warmer.
Kenesha is one of the most patient and just good people I know.
He's only
Which
saying
makes
this because he's on camera and I've got a gun.
No. Which makes her uniquely suited for for this kind of work, because she has such a high tolerance for bullshit.
And that's just at home.
Yeah, I know, right? That's
no, basically, it's weird because every job I've ever had has definitely built towards stuff. So my very first job was working at Mackey's, taking shit off people who were smoking weed in the fucking car park. And, you know, I got my foot in the door, I'd been working there, I was working unsociable hours, I was doing closes, you know, I was taught to do awkward jobs like clean the coffee machine, take it all apart, clean all the bits and put it back together. By the way, never get a coffee from McDonald's after about 10 a.m. Because that milk goes funky because it is a warm area.
I was saying it to Chris on a podcast not long ago, like, never look inside the milky part of the machine.
Yeah.
Never look inside the milky bit.
It's fucking minging. The ice cream machine, that's clean.
Yeah, because it's never fucking on.
It's clean. Like, they're cleaned properly, but the fucking coffee machines.
Yeah.
Oof,
Yeah.
don't. I mean, they have changed the
Do
machine
not.
since then. It might be better, but I just maybe not. So yeah, I then used that to get my foot in the door at Odeon. And I once again was kind of basically, they were like, why should I hire you? And I was like, I'll work the hours no one wants, I'll come in early, I'll stay late, I don't give a shit. I'm paid to do a job, I will come in and I will work my balls off and I will go home. And
see, this is the problem I
they
have.
liked the way I, well, they liked the way the cut of my jib, because after a month it was a fight between the coster and the bar who was going to get to train me. I know, such prestige. And the bar got me. I did about a month solid of bar shifts, and then I was asked if I wanted to interview for team leader. And I was just like, yeah, go on then. Not even thinking for a second that I stood a chance, because I was a fucking no one. And I had no management experience, I knew nothing about nothing. And then the same manager who'd asked was like, why didn't you apply for it? I was like, because I didn't think I was ready. She was like, oh, if I put your name forward, will you do it? And I was like, yeah, sure. I was just thinking like they'd need to make up numbers or something. And then got that fucking job. But then I was shit at it because, well, at least for the first few months, because I didn't know a lot of the roles. I'd been stuck on bar for a month. I didn't know how to run the box office. The box office POS was completely different. Yeah, it was. I didn't know. Like, I'd never done an ushering close. So they're like, "Oh well, it's simple. We're just doing this." I said, "No, I need to work it as a team member, so then I know what I'm asking them to do. Because I don't want to ask anyone to do something I wouldn't do myself." So, did that for about 2 years. In the course of doing that, I had to deal with a lot of guest concerns, complaints, be organised enough that all my ushers and my team members would get all the breaks, all the food, all my screens would be seated, you know, we'd start running the rubbish down at a reasonable time so we could actually get out on time, but also like flexible enough that I could go and disappear and get shouted at for 45 minutes by someone who doesn't know how to read their own ticket. So that definitely helped a lot as well in terms of like giving me a lot of experience dealing with people being awkward and kind of when to push back and when to just kind of accept that some people are just going to be dicks, just deal with it.
Yep. Sounds right.
And then I went to a small business, worked at Laser Quest. GM went on maternity leave, so it was like me and 2 other sort of assistant managers running the show. I got to deal with all the complaints purely because there was one day before she'd gone on mat leave where someone was absolutely reaming one of the supervisors out there, and the supervisor was doing the one thing you never do when you've got someone really pissed off: interrupt them. You can have the perfect outcome, you can have the perfect response, but if you stop that person in the middle of their flow, they do not give a shit. I once had someone shout at me for half an hour because they didn't understand why I wasn't going to give them a refund. They just didn't let me speak long enough to say I would give it to them. So once they wore themselves down, I was like, right, what I am going to do, and what I was always planning on doing, is refunding this to you. But I just wanted to clarify this before I do that. You're like, oh, right then. Oh. Don't take it personally. You have no idea what's going on in people's lives. You know, I was speaking to someone the other day, like, you know, the mum's very ill. They've got stuff going on with the kid. They've got stuff going on here. They've got stuff going on there. And you know, it's a lot. So sometimes what's happened to them, you might listen to what's happened, or you might read what's happened and think, oh, it's mildly annoying, but but you know what, if you're having a really shitty day, yeah, of course you're gonna be absolutely fucking fuming. So I basically it was a small business, worked there for a couple of years, but there was no real upward progression. And like I said, I did other things there. It wasn't just like I managed the stock levels and other things. But like I say, anybody who complained, it was left for me to kind of resolve that with them. Just because, like I say, that's my skill set, and this woman, like, she was absolutely fuming, shouting in the face of the supervisor. I just kind of went out and chilled her out because she thought it was a racial thing. I managed to go out, chill her out, explain, look, it isn't like a thing. This is how we do things. This is how we do that. I'm so sorry that you left feeling that way, but that's not the. This is how our sort of system works, and that's kind of why things have come across in the wrong way. I'm so sorry that things weren't explained better. We'll make sure this is fed back, and we'll do better next time. But the kids are happy. The kids are in the game. Say, go get yourself a cup of tea, have a breather, come back, pick the kids up. It's all good. Because at the moment, your kids are upstairs, and I imagine they're not really paying attention to the game and about what they're about to go in. They're probably looking out the window at their grate and looking down and wondering why their mum's really furious and having a shout at someone. Not that you shouldn't, but just saying that, let's calm down, come back in a few minutes.
Consider the optics. So,
yeah, it worked. She came back. She was chill. It's fine, not a problem. But then that then meant that when she went on mat leave, every single complaint was left for me. Which it's fine. So yeah, moved to Office Outlet. What was Staples a month before they got bought out. Worked there. Got to run the warehouse. But then that meant every time there was a return, I was the person that was physically returning stuff. But I didn't get properly trained on kind of all the warehouse systems for a good 4 or 5 months. Because the dude who was supposed to train me was at another store. It was a whole fucking thing. And then I got sent to another store to fix their warehouse, and then I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And then that company went under.
Yay!
But yeah, I saw this kind of job for the bank, and prior to having a big house fire, I was doing an OU degree in business and accounting. And I was like, oh, this could be a way to move laterally into the bank, because I don't have any banking experience, but I have a lot of experience dealing with angry people. And I have a lot of experience of kind of coming up with solutions to weird problems. So, yeah, it's worked out well for me. Been at the bank just over 2 years now.
Yeah.
And like I say, I have endless patience for people when there's a genuine issue, or when I can see why they think it's our fault. Like I've got endless patience for you if I can see kind of where you're coming from. However, if you're one of them people that's like, oh, I got a letter saying about, you know, charges, you know, advising me that they're going to change, and I don't want letters. Just get on with your life. Put in recycling.
Yeah.
Like, we have to tell you what fees are. We have to tell you if there's changes to terms. Like, just carry on with your day. If you already know about it, I'm sorry, but just like, there's, you know, there's actual bigger things. Chill out. Ones like that, they get a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah. But no, we had 1 year during Eid where a manager was doing all the ordering at the cinema, but she wasn't very good at doing it. And we didn't have any mop heads. And we ran out of... Yeah, we were mopping the floors with like fucking rank mops.
That's horrific.
And I remember one of my staff members being like, ooh, what is... He was like, oh, do you want me to mop over this bit? And I was like, mate, just like... You could spit on the floor at this point and make it cleaner. Like, I wouldn't worry about it too much if you've missed a tiny bit of that.
Yeah. Like, what can you actually do at that point?
Our 22-seater was getting sold out for them too. Yeah. It really... Yeah. I always remember making that fucking horrible nacho cheese.
Ugh.
You had to nuke it in this fucking industrial microwave for 10 minutes. And halfway through, you have to take it out. And I'd mix mine with a bit of jalapeno juice, because otherwise it was unbearably thick. It was like fucking paint. I took it out halfway through to stir it. And I dropped it. But I managed to catch it just enough that it landed on its flat bottom. So this fucking geyser of cheese just came up and splashed me about 5 minutes into a shift. And I was covered in it. I've got a picture somewhere of just my leg covered in cheese.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's a pretty great cheese picture.
Yeah, I think I'd just put something like, men don't kill yourselves in your rush to get my number.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fucking grim, man. And I had to fucking wear that for the rest of my shift. I got called over to deal with a complaint. I'm like, please, mate.
Don't do this to me right
Please. Don't acknowledge the bandage on my neck for the burn and the cheese covering my uniform.
Yeah.
I am a professional. Let me help you. But yeah, God.
Honest,
I remember this other time when I was kind of making this nuclear cheese.
Nuclear cheese.
And I had to run it over to kind of, because our screens were separated, so you had like 6 screens on one side and you had like the main screens on the other side. So I had to run it over to the smaller side. And this woman stops me by the box office. She's like, well, what are you going to do about it? And I was like, sorry, what? Like, 70-degree cheese in my hands.
Yeah.
No oven gloves. Just a bit of blue roll and willpower. And she's like, sorry, what are you looking for? What's the problem? And she's like, what are you going to do about this? And I was like, you're going to have to be more specific. She was like, the queue. And I was like, well, there's 8 tills and there's 8 people serving. I don't really know what you do, what you're looking for.
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
She's like, well, it's ridiculous. My film starts in 20 minutes. I said, well, you know, I'm sorry, but it is a Saturday night. She's like, well, you know, you seriously not going to do anything about it? I said, well, no. I said that you can buy tickets at the bar. She's like, well, there's a queue at the bar. And I was like, well, once again, it's a Saturday night. It's 8 o'clock. Everybody wants to come to the cinema.
Yeah.
You know.
It's kind of...
I was like, there's, you know, self-service stands
going
up here
on?
and down the stairs. And she's like, well, I want to pay with cash. I said, well, I can't really help you much further, love. You know, it's Saturday night. She was like, what? I can't believe... I said, what is it that you're looking for? I'm not going to give you free tickets. And she was like, well, you know, it's ridiculous, this queue. I've travelled all the way from such and such. I said, right, but you knew it was a Saturday night. You knew it was going to be busy. You've chosen to set off and not leave yourself a lot of time. So I can't really help you, love. Like, if you want to buy the tickets there, you can buy the tickets there. But other than that, I can't do anything.
Yeah, gotta work with me here.
She's like... And she was going, oh, we're never coming back here. And I was like, right, I'm going to go because I'm physically being burned. And she was like, I can't believe that you're being so flippant. I was like, I'm physically being burned as we're having this conversation. And
while we're talking right now.
I was like, I look at the queue, I think we'll be alright.
Yeah.
I was like, we can survive without you. Because by this point in my career there, I had just had no fucks left to give.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I think we'll be alright.
Fine.
Please take my fucking willpower and leave.
Please, for the love of God, just go away.
I've always joked at the aquarium that no one could push me into the tank because I can't swim. I hate when there's a queue and people don't pay attention to it or know what they want. Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I don't... It's like when people are at traffic lights and they want to hug the next bumper and suck on that exhaust. Like, that annoys me. But when someone is just stopped and the queue's gone quite a bit further and you're still stood in the same spot, you're a prick.
Yep.
But we're all too British to go, well, I'm going to go in front of him then. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That used to drive you nuts when you were behind the counter.
I mean, everything drives me nuts. That's why you were saying, like, you go into a job interview and you're like, I'll do the hours nobody wants. Why should we hire... If I go into a job interview and someone asks, why should we hire you? I've got nothing for them. I'm like...
Money.
Yeah, that's about it.
Money.
Like, why should you hire me? Because you need someone to do the job and I'll...
But I think this is the very big difference
it.
between me and you. You've worked towards something, you've studied something, you've gone for a specific thing.
Yeah.
I grew up so poor that sometimes we didn't have meals, we just have naps. Like, I am just happy to have a roof and be warm. So I will do pretty much
Don't get me wrong,
anything.
I fucking learned the hard way from, you know, being a student and shit. So it's not like I've not gone without.
No, but you did have a lot of support.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I come from a single parent household with not a lot of money.
Yeah.
Not to say that you were particularly significantly well off, but like, you know, you guys were comfortable. You didn't, you know, you weren't swimming in cash. You weren't Scrooge McDucks.
That's for sure.
But you know, you had a little bit, and it was enough. But like I say, it wasn't always that way. But
These fuckers.
we did have some pretty rough times. My mother is not the most mentally stable,
No.
to understate it.
Sure.
Keep your matches away from her, kids. So yeah, it's
These fuckers, man.
I have a significant lack of fucks to give when it comes to, if you want to pay me for my time, that's fine. Like I say, I think the nice thing about where I work is, you know, if I'm running late in traffic, they understand. They're not like, you were here 12 seconds past. Like, my old jobs would be kind of like, you need to be there at least 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
Because if you're not clocking on the second you're late, you know, I'm not having to run up to someone and be like, can I just nip to the loo? Like, I can just get up like a fucking adult and go to the loo. If I want to nip downstairs and make myself a cup of tea and some toast, I can have a cup of tea and some toast and eat it at my desk. If I want to, you know, I get an hour for my break. Not 45 and you know, or fucking 25 minutes paid, or 15 where I'm technically entitled to the break, but I won't actually ever be allowed to take it because of the culture is that you just don't take breaks here. Like, an hour that I take, that, you know, my manager will tell me off if I don't take it. I get paid overtime, and I get decent overtime rates if, you know, if I do it at time and a half during the week, double time at weekends. You know, I'm valued for my time. Bank holidays mean something.
Yeah.
I'm well compensated for what I do, which allows me to support you. So, yeah,
Just got to work out to pay that back at some point.
My managers are really good. Like I say, yeah, you get some people who are very upset, and you know, some of them have very good right to speech. Some of them have just kind of gotten themselves to that point where they feel like they can't back down. But then you get some people, like I've had people burst into tears on the phone because they're so happy with the things that I've done for them.
Which, you know, I've never had a feeling like that. That's got to be nice.
Yeah, like it can be very rewarding. For me, like I say, I really, really enjoy the thing of getting assigned a case and they're going, we have no idea what's happened here. Try and fix it. And, you know, 9 times out of 10 it's quite straightforward. It's just, you need to look at it from a different angle. And yeah, it's, I enjoy investigating things, I enjoy doing things, so it sounds like a horrible job. It sounds like I pick up the phone and the phone's just squawking at me like a quack, you know, like in the cartoons where you see the lips go through the thumb, or in the Harry Potter where he gets the howl letter.
Yeah.
But it's really not. It's really not. Like I say, 90% of the people that you speak to on the phone, they're calling you because they want help.
Yeah.
They're not calling me because they want to chew me a new asshole. They're calling me because they want me to help fix things for them.
Got you.
And I'm quite happy to help.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
I know how you feel, as there are 2 shop tills and 1 post office till.
Fuck
And even
me
then, when there's me and 2 of
sideways.
my colleagues, post office till there's still customers. Yeah. And the thing is like, they go, oh, well, you need more staff, but what are you going to do with the more staff?
Mm.
Like, it's just, you've got to understand, like, if it's busy, it's busy. People aren't going to go any faster.
Yeah.
But yeah, we drove past work today and I saw that posters haven't been switched around. Like, I'll happily come in early and spend unpaid hours fixing stuff, because I know no one will sort out the posters. But I really don't want to hoover ever. My managers at the aquarium were excellent. The main one did work at a prison cell. Yeah, I was never that bad. My management style did vary massively depending on where I was. So Odeon, I wasn't quite as friendly as I wanted to be all the time, just mostly because there was 130 staff members and I needed to get shit done. I didn't have the staff to run the screens the way I wanted to. I mean, you're talking before I started, they'd have an ushering team for each, just for each corridor. 6 screens each, and they would, you know, do all the screen checks, do the thing.
Trucks and trucks.
By the time I was there, they had 1 team, same number of people that they would have had previously for a corridor for the whole fucking cinema. You know, and it's hard, and it was frustrating for me a lot of the time when I couldn't give my staff what I wanted to give them in terms of, like, the freedom to give them breaks and things. Like, I'd be breaking my balls and someone would be like, oh, well, you can't send people for breaks at this time. Right, and I understand it's busy, but people have a right to those breaks. I'll work through mine, but I'm not expecting my team to work through theirs.
Yeah, they do.
And it just, I remember a manager coming up to me once and going, oh, can you close such and such without a closer? I said, do you want to ask me? I said, do you want to take a second, think about it, and then ask me again? He said, oh, well, can you close such and such without a closer? I said, to be entirely honest, I probably could, but it's not going to be a good job, and somebody else is going to have to come and fix all this shit. So you're not going to save any money because someone else is going to have to stay late to do the extra work and pick up the slack. So no. I remember saying to someone, coming up to me like, oh, you have to send someone home. I was like, I don't want to. It's going to pick up in the next hour. And if we send them home, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
They're like, well, you know, I have to justify the things to such and such. Do you want to come in a meeting and speak to him? And I said, I'll happily do it. I said, I don't want to send someone home. Oh, no, you've got to send someone. Send someone home. It's picked up. Get a radio shout. Oh, we need to see screen such and such. I said, I'll do my best, but at this point, I can't make any promises. Like, I've literally no one.
Yeah.
And the manager goes, oh, where are you? Can you come in? Can you come up to the office? And I was like, not really.
No.
Like, well, just nip up very quickly. Nipped up, and they're like, yeah. When someone radios you to do a screen, you've not got people. Just say no problem, and then give me a call and tell me there's a problem. And I was like, because guests can hear that, and I was like, yeah, and they can also see that the cinema looks like shit. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie on a radio and then I've not time to be in this room. I don't have time to go and find a fucking phone, work out which one you're at, call you to tell you that I need help when I could have already cleaned 2 screens on my own at that point. Like, you're actively slowing me. If you cannot see that I'm struggling, you need to get off your ass and come downstairs. Otherwise, leave me alone. Oh god, shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas even when I'm off duty, I'm never off duty. I've reached a relationship with my customers that they'll start to say, oh, Simon, do you have... Oh, you're not working, whatever. What's the hot... Yeah, I used to be the same. Like I say, if I can see people are struggling, I'll quite happily... I remember going in on day off and setting up a bunch of pallets because they needed to go back on, like, the next delivery day. And I was off for that week. So I just literally nipped in. And I remember nipping in one morning to do a count because the manager that had come to look after that store didn't have time to do it herself. Like, I remember after I quit fucking Office Outlet, I went back free of charge to help them out with a stock count. After I'd quit. And I'd done my notice. Like, I'm quite happy to help out extra. But I mean, that's the thing as well. Previous jobs, I wasn't allowed to be not well. And when you have issues with an organ, that's not great.
Yeah.
But, like, my current job is very understanding and very, like, empathetic. Like, don't get me wrong, if I took the piss, they'd tell me. But I think they appreciate the fact that, like, if I have a bad morning and I'm struggling and I go to the doctors and they say, alright, it's fine, you can go in now. They appreciate the fact that I'll come in for the afternoon, but I appreciate that they give me the scope that I'm able to go to the doctors before I come in and make sure that I'm okay. It's little things like that. So my sister and her boyfriend were seeing Star Wars and it was so busy and took my lanyards just in case and then jumped on a till and helped. Yeah, that's the way you go. My when I worked at the cinema, they had some weird rules. Like, you couldn't, like if I was on a team member shift because I was getting paid a team member wage, I couldn't do any of my team leader stuff, even though I had the access. But, like I say, if someone needed me, I'd be there. Not a problem. Like I say, I think that's the best way to be in terms of, like, obviously there's some jobs where they do take the piss out of you. There is some truth in the whole, you shouldn't really break your neck over a company that won't break its neck over you. But I've always found it served me well to give everything I can. And this job has looked after me really, really well in terms of, they reward good behaviour. So, like, past couple of years I've had a pay rise because I've hit certain targets and I've done certain things. This year I've not quite qualified for the pay rise due to one of the things that I'm tested on. But, like, my manager was like, it's not a problem with you, it's because of this, like, one thing that happened. But, if I could, I would. But let's just focus on next year and we'll get you sorted for that next year. and here's all these things that we're going to do. Like, it's never, they're just really nurturing. Like, you've got that support system that I've never really felt elsewhere. Like, it used to be a joke between me and some of the other managers at one of my old works, where like anything you said to the GM, it was either you just need to train the staff more, you just need to manage, and it was like, oh, hey, this doesn't work because everything is too close together and our guys are literally exhausted and cannot do it. Oh, you just need to manage them better. Right.
Yeah, okay.
You can give me 1,200 people and I can manage the shit out of them. But it's not going to make a difference if we don't fix this core problem. The core problem is not the amount of people we have, it's that you've got too much going on at one time. Throwing more people at this is not going to fix it. You need to space things out more. You just need to manage. Oh yeah, they just need training. No. Training isn't going to fix this. You need to space things out more. Yeah, I was meant to be working the second, but I couldn't do it. An hour before it was meant to start, she couldn't do it.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
No, like, when I used to do the rotas and stuff, if I had to cut hours, mine would be the first ones to go. Because I wasn't going to take hours from someone else. Like, give you your minimum, of course, but there's a lot of jobs where, you're contracted for 16 hours, but you're relying on getting at least a solid 25.
Yeah.
So if I had to cut hours back, it was always mine that went first and stuff like that. Just because that's the way you do things. That's why after the fire they asked me to come back a little bit earlier, because somebody else had taken over the rota and they weren't fucking doing that. Giving themselves the best shifts and all the other shite. So yeah, I definitely I have feelings when it comes to things, but my job is a lot better than it sounds. From the offset. Like I say, there's other things that I do as a part of it, but the main part of my job is to work additional sort of tasks, make sure things are actually fixed. Oh, I'm enjoying all this Horizon Zero Dawn shit.
Well, they popped it in there as a thank you for
letting them use their engine.
Developing the engine that they use, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it a lot because it's all like the focus stuff. Yeah, no, it's always awkward. That's one of the things that I've never liked about swapping shifts. It's just sometimes you do feel like you get the piss taken out of you a bit, like you're constantly taking hours but nobody takes yours. But yeah, I always I remember I had that one where I had the 72-hour ECG. On the letter it only said 24 hours, and then when I got there they were like, oh yeah, it's on for 72 hours, and I was like, what? Like, yeah, you have to bring it back Monday, and I was like, they were like, well, yeah, it's they said, oh, it's the letter only says 24 hours. She said, oh yeah, it's just a template letter. And I said, no, you can't change two numbers. Like, we have template letters in my work for, fucking standard stuff. Like, I can change things on them if I need to. Yo, this is your reference. Someone will be in touch in so many days. Like, why can't you change things? And they were like, well, is it going to be a problem to drop it off on Monday? I said, well, yeah, I'm in work. Like, well, can someone not cover your shift? I said, it's not like I sort of work. I work in an office.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that I come in from, 8 till 2 and then tomorrow I'm in 12 till 4. Like, I work set hours every day. Like, I was like, it's gonna have to be, isn't it? I said, I'll speak to my manager. I'll make the hours up if she wants it. I'll just have to do it another day. Once again, though, thankfully my manager's really understanding, and she was like, no, you don't have to make up the hours. But I think it's because she knows that once she leaves, I hang around like a bad smell until I get everything that I promised her. Because I don't like saying I'll do X and then something comes up and I get stuck on a phone
Yeah.
call for half an hour or something, and then it's like, right, well, I can either go home on time and do less than what I've told her I'll do, or I can do what I've promised. And if I've promised you something, I'm gonna fucking do it. If I say I might do it, then you're in a grey zone and I probably won't. But if I say I will, then I've committed to it and it's happening.
Yeah. Fair.
But yeah, the only problem, as Kiki just said, is that you'll agree to do their shift, but when it comes down to it, they don't always return the favour. Yeah, I
Too right.
remember when I worked at the cinema, a really fucking weird system. So you had to, if I wanted to say swap a shift with Matt, I would have to come to Matt with a form which had my shift on it, which we'd both have to sign. Then I'd have to have a form for your shift that we'd both have to sign. Then we'd have to get a manager to sign it off, saying that you're doing my shift and I'm doing yours, and then update it on the rota. And then, like, but you got it sometimes where you've got everything signed, you put it in the pigeonhole for a manager to sign, or you got a manager to sign it and then put it in a pigeonhole for the admins to process. And if the admins didn't process it, and then that person didn't show up for your shift, you'd get, like, the part of the form was basically like, yo, if such and such who is taking your shift doesn't show up, you need to come in.
Mm.
Like, it was just weird, man. Weird.
It's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
LQ was way cooler about swapping shifts. They were just kind of like, as long as somebody works it, we're fine. As long as somebody works it, and as a manager you can do your additional tasks, because we all had like set areas that are other shit that we do. Although towards the end I was just kind of the skeleton key manager. Like, I'd just slip in where, oh, you need someone to fix the packs, I'll go upstairs with the screwdriver and take them all apart. Oh, you need someone to fix the pipe under the sink, I'll go and take that apart. Oh, you need someone to do the stock count, I'll go hide in the cupboard, lock me in there and put a game on.
Mm-hmm.
Come and get me after the game because I'm locked in a cupboard. You know,
That's how I roll.
you need someone to run a party? Fuck, why not? You need someone to balance the safe? I'm there. Like, I just do whatever needed doing.
Good times.
And then office outlet, I could swap shifts, but I just didn't care by that point. I was just, yeah, fuck it, I'll just work what's put down. My boss at the aquarium didn't care any long as someone did. But you don't get slaughtered if no one... Oh god, that happened to me a couple of times at office outlet, because they changed the rota, but they wouldn't tell anyone that they changed the rota. Like, at Odeon, the shifts went up like
Very
2 weeks in
clever.
advance. At LQ, we always had like at least 3 weeks up on the board, sometimes more if it was like a holiday coming up, so you could plan like your Christmas holidays and things. Like, because the idea as well would be like, we'd try and make sure no one worked their birthdays and stuff.
It's the little things, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I say, LQ was really caring about the people. It's just sometimes, like, they just... Because it's a small business, they were just, like... I remember there was one time where, like, someone was being, like, really ill in the bathrooms. And they were like, right, they can go home, but tell them they have to be back in tomorrow. Like...
That's not how that works.
I understand. It's, like...
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
But I just... Man, it just felt so shitty to be like, mate, you're actually dying, but you have to be in tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I had it, like, when I was at office outlet, where, like, they had this policy where you couldn't be in the store on your own. Now, if I was fine to be there on my bill, it'd have been no problem. I'd get in early, everything would be fucking bang tidy. Or I'd stay late on a close to make sure absolutely everything was done, but I didn't have that opportunity. And I wasn't going to make people stay to make sure I'd done everything, and it was just really frustrating. So, yeah, But I had it where, like, they put up the rotas late, and then they'd make changes to it, but they wouldn't tell people that they made changes to it, they'd just slap it up. But obviously, if I go in on a Monday, and then someone changes it on the Tuesday, that I'm going to be in on the Wednesday, and nobody tells me or highlights the changes that they've made, like with a literal highlighter, which wasn't hard because we worked in a fucking stationery shop. I'm not gonna know. So it was, you know, you couldn't just take a picture and go, right, well, or put it into your phone like, oh, these are my shifts. You wouldn't fucking know. And it really wound me up. And I used to say to him, like, you can't do this. You've got to, like, we need to have an email set up, an email, the route route or something, because the system doesn't work. And at least twice within a couple of months, it happened to me where somebody's shifts got, like, completely fucked about. And they weren't supposed to be in. Or they originally weren't going to be in. And then somebody dicked about with it. And then I had to fucking wait outside like a knob.
Yeah.
And there's people going, no, you're not going to look. I'd fucking love to, mate. Policy says I can't go in on my bill. So, got to wait for someone to fucking show up and get the ball running.
Yep. I hate shit like that.
Oof, to one day before. Jesus.
Yeah.
Just makes you proper like 10p, 5p though, doesn't it?
It got dicey like that not very often, but a couple of times at Starbucks it got a bit dicey. I was like, fucking hell. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing like the day after tomorrow.
Especially as well, because one of like the big things that trigger you is like time.
Oh, I hate it.
Like if you can't, you don't need to have every second of every day planned. You just need to know that if you need to do something, you can do it.
Yeah.
And you just couldn't. Like that's the thing that annoys me. Like especially with a lot like you get like a lot of boomers doing nowadays. Oh well, you know, just get another job. I'd love to, but
yeah,
every
okay,
minimum wage 16-hour job wants you to have at least 5 days of availability for if they deign to give you their 16 hours.
Yeah.
We won't tell you when you're working. We won't give you set days, and you'll get the rota when. So you know,
it's fucking stupid.
Right. So if I'm giving 5 days of availability to company A, company B is not going to want me because I'm only going to have 2 days of availability, and I can't tell them which days. Like it just, the world doesn't work the way a lot of them think it does.
It doesn't at all.
And then people get frustrated.
I'm gonna make sure you're on camera because you're doing a lot of talking.
I don't need to be on camera.
Hi.
There's just a big microphone in my face.
Oh no, yeah, there's no way to sort of do it because of the way they just got set up. That's annoying.
It's okay. People don't need to see me. I'm just in my fucking PJs. Isn't
I like seeing you. Well, people don't need to see it. Would you mind getting me another glass of Coke?
Of course not. Do you want anything else in it?
No, thank you.
What about my dick?
No, I'll take this one out.
Just dip it.
Just a little dip.
Dip, dip.
Dip dab.
I applied for Argos, but like an idiot, I said in the online form that I couldn't do nights. They might still take you. Like I say, I imagine with Argos they get a lot of students.
Yeah, maybe.
So sometimes it can be more difficult to find people to do during the day. Look at that snoot, she's camouflaged.
She does that. Wow, so many Kyle crystals. Your mum doesn't get the CV thing. What do you mean your mum doesn't get... What does she... I might well agree with her on this. It depends what it is. What am I doing?
You know what? I don't like.
It's a good question.
I don't like that.
I'm building a watchtower.
It's not really like they're slimming down the bottles and trying to pretend that they're not.
Oh yeah.
But I do like the fact that they now fit in the fridge.
Mm.
Like you can put them in the fridge without dislocating 4 drawers.
Just to get why you need a CV. I kind of see where she's coming from, to be honest.
I remember helping my mum write her CV, and years ago, and she was like, "Oh, and I worked in a pet shop when I was 16. Mother, you're in your 40s. You don't need to put on the pet shop. Nobody gives a fuck if you like the budgies." Now, what you should be putting on there is your MVQ level 3 in childcare and development.
Yes.
That's useful. You fucking... I fed some hamsters once when I was 16 and sat on a till. Nobody gives a shit. Unless you're still, like, around that age and you're going for a retail job. But yeah, CVs are weird though. I feel
very weird. Very weird.
like I say, I
Need that bike that's over there.
I remember someone kind of tried to help me once and, you know, wrote me a bit of a CV, and it was just the cringiest fucking thing I'd ever seen.
Oh, I hate.
And they put in like a massive thing about like my personality and my hobbies.
It's like no one cares. No one gives a fuck.
As someone who has hired people, I can tell you for a fact, I could not give less of a fuck about your hobbies. Could not give less of a fuck about your paragraph about you, because it doesn't tell me anything about whether or not you can do the job.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell me about your capabilities. Now, fair enough, if you've not got a lot of job experience on there, yeah, put it in. It can only help. But if you've got a lot of valid job experience with a lot of points of showing that you're adaptable, that you learn things quickly, that you can pick up a lot of stuff, that you're well regarded, save the word count. Nobody wants to read a CV more than 3 pages long.
Jesus, I don't think I've ever been able to write a CV more than 3 pages long in a night.
Literally, put the last couple of years on there. Don't put your references on there. Just put references available on request.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to know what your previous job manager's name is and all that. It's just wasting word count. Try and keep your CV to 2 pages if you can. And just, all I do, go on there, bullet point, my name, my address, all that in the header, and then put what my job was, how long I held it for, and what my main roles were. That's it. References available on request. Do a nice covering letter. That can be your About Me page. Tailor one to each specific job that you're going for, or the type of job that you're going for.
Yeah.
Bish bash bosh, send it off. Use your cover letter to get you in there. Use your CV to tell them what you can do. Don't tell him, oh well, I like fish and
I like fish.
I'm a vegan and I ascribe to tanning my perineum in the sun.
Love perineum tanning.
Bud chugging.
Bud chug.
Don't get me wrong. I used to put a load of stuff in there, but no one ever once asked me about my Wheel of Time collection. Or the fact that I like reading fucking fantasy novels, or fucking me dog who had one eye, or the time I stuck an axe through my finger, because it's not fucking relevant.
Those are not things you ask at a job interview. Those are things you ask on a date.
Yeah. I thought a CV was a cover letter for years. I fucking hate doing cover letters. I
hate
don't.
doing cover letters.
Honestly.
And I have to do.
Like going, I want to work for your company because your company is the best company that has ever companied ever.
I have to do them on a fucking multiple times on a daily basis as well, because of the way applications for acting jobs tend to work.
Yeah. Fucking, I hate when they do that shit as well, where they go that fucking CV and you're saying that home base asks for a CV in a 7-page form. Right, fucking pisses me off. Don't give me the
ask
option.
Me for a CV. Yeah, if you're gonna make me do a 7-page form, don't ask me for a CV. And if you're gonna ask for a CV, don't make me do the 7-page fucking form.
I also hate the questionnaires.
Bullshit.
The fucking questionnaires where they're like,
Aldi have one of them. It's really fucking like you have to do this fucking half-hour long questionnaire, and
I got through to an interview with them, but I ended up not going for it because I have family members that work because I was going for a management position.
Yeah.
And I have I have one family member who's a lorry driver for them, and I have another family member that works on the other side of Manchester. I did not mention this when I applied.
Yeah.
I do not speak to any of them, and I was like, I don't want to even risk that. I might have to speak to them.
Which is fair.
No, it's so annoying about what race you are. Like, no. Oh, the math in Aldi's so annoying. Honestly, the thing that gets me a lot is...
fuck am I?
I think a lot of people think that I'm not a British national when they see my name, which is absolutely fine. But I do think I throw people through a loop. I think sometimes they do invite me because they think they might get a diversity hire, and then the whitest bitch shows
she's
up.
so white.
And I'm like, oh, hi. And they're like, oh, God, she's not even, like, Eastern. We can't do the diversity hire. We've wasted our time.
Not only is she white, she's fucking white British.
Like, it just, yeah. So I think sometimes I'm disappointed for a number of reasons. Made me laugh today, though. It's another email addressed to me. Hi, Patrick. My name is there.
Yeah.
My
You don't
name
even
is
have to
there.
say it. You just have to copy and paste it.
Do you want me to just... next time I get one, I'm just going to... even though, like... So the email, I was like, oh, hi, Stephanie. So I think next time I get a response going, hi, Patrick, I'm just going to respond like, oh, hi, Parker. I'll just fucking call you by your surname.
Yeah.
You fucking dick.
I think it's just...
My name's there. Don't... Even me customers, when they respond to me, sometimes they'll give me a miss or a ms.
A ms.
Because they understand that Patrick is not my first name. I was like, I know I've got a cold, but my voice isn't that low yet. Chill out. Hi, Patrick. Fuck off.
Dear Ms.
The reason Aldi and Lidl are huge now is because they cut corners. Possibly. Like I say, I don't speak to most of my family, so all I know is that my uncle who drives lorries for him got about 20 quid an hour, so it's not bad.
Yeah, from what I hear, the paper.
HMV application forms normally ask for 500 words for why you want to work for them, what you like about HMV, and what do you know about their products.
Oh, fuck off.
Jesus Christ. Like, it just... What I know about them is that they were bought out by the cunts that bought out Office Outlet and fucking sunk it. Jesus. I've not got high hopes for HMV, but mind you, it's the little fucking shop that can, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's doing its best.
I think games turn into that as well. It's like physical retail, which specialises in things that are available digitally, often cheaper and more conveniently.
Mm.
Problem being is then you have to focus on like the more collectible kinds of physical media, which is a limited market, so and it's a higher price point. So
I think the other thing that's tanking them as well is
sort of.
a lot of places, a lot of games companies are trying to crack down on that second-hand game market
I hate
because,
that shit, man.
well, yeah, it benefits them for people not to be able to sort of purchase that stuff, which is tough. Because they've just been trying for ages to find a way to stop people doing it. Do you remember when PS4 was originally going to burn a fucking code into the disc so you couldn't use it on another PS4?
No, that was not a PS4 thing. That was the Xbox One was like always
Yeah.
online, so you couldn't share discs. Because then Sony did that video going, "This is how you share games on PS4," and this is just someone handing a disc to someone else. Oh, thanks.
Because that's the thing as well. They've got to be careful because if they push that too far and make it too difficult, then those companies, a lot of which rely on that revenue from the second-hand games, won't survive, in which case they won't have a retailer for their games because not everybody wants to download them digitally. Not everybody has the internet bandwidth, really.
Also, used games eventually tend to become cheaper than digital games do. Although digital game sales are fairly regular and can give pre-owned stuff a run for its money a lot of the time. But
I don't know. We got some really good deals. Like, we managed to trade in a bunch of stuff, and we got Resi 2 and Spyro Reignited out of it.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't do bad.
That's very true.
Oh, yeah. Better than it had a right to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
Internet communism.
Honestly, I am about as left as it gets. I acknowledge communism hasn't worked in practice, but I feel like that's a people problem, not a theory problem.
One could suggest that everything is a people problem because we do nothing but fuck things up.
Like I said, I think humans as a species, I think we're just a bit too selfish, and I say that
Showering Norman Reedus time.
acknowledging that I'm a selfish cunt. I think we just it's so hard to put that animal monkey brain away, because there's one part of you that's like, oh, I got a pack of biscuits.
Yeah.
Everybody help yourself to biscuits, and then when people do help themselves to biscuits, the monkey brain goes,
No, they're my biscuits.
why are they touching my biscuits?
Don't touch my biscuits.
I said they could have one. He's taken two, and it just, and you shut down the monkey brain and go, no,
Yeah.
it's fine. But it is tough to kind of, if we all went communist tomorrow, everybody gets the same amount of money, everybody gets the same amount of stuff, art would suffer as a result, because everything would inflate to meet the cost of whatever everybody's universal wage is. If you're earning the same amount as the bin man, what motivation do you have to go to medical school for 7 years if you can earn the same doing? Don't get me wrong, it's an unpleasant job and they work fucking hard, but do you know what I mean? Like,
begs the question. Yeah.
It would take some of that drive away, wouldn't it? I mean, some people would do it genuinely out of their sort of vocation, calling to be a doctor, but others would probably go, well, I wanted the title and the prestige and the money, and a lot of that's not there now. So yeah, but at least you're self-aware. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. There's no perfect system. If you got, I think Mr. Robot's shown what happens if you fuck with capitalism. So I just, I'm
So
well
much on
aware
this, right?
there is a lot of things going on in this world, and I don't know how to help with any of it. It is the most terrifying thing about as you grow older, because when you're a kid you go, wow, this person must be really smart. He can drive this bus and he knows exactly where to go and he knows all this.
You realise that nobody has a fucking clue.
You
and
think,
the people that do.
well, this man who's driving this 10-ton vehicle must be really smart to get it where it needs to go safely and to look after all this money, and that must mean the person looking after the city must be really, really, really smart and must be really cool and really clever and really intelligent and really good at doing his job, and must be really kind and nice. And the person who runs the country, he must be the dog's bollocks. He must be amazing. He must be wise and, nice and diplomatic and, expressive, and has, everybody's best interests at heart, to speak for our country as a whole. And the Queen, she must be some fucking pedestal sent down from above. And then when you get older, you just think, oh, fucking shit.
Oh, fucking shit.
We're all just winging it. We're all just giving our best guess. It's terrifying. Everybody's just mooching through on their best guess.
It's not even your best guess, it's your least worst guess.
It's terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying.
It is.
We all should be Greta Thunberg. But life, nothing ever changes. Yeah, I mean, it's, the fucking planet's on its ass and everyone's going, yeah, but vegans are really intolerable. Yeah, some of them are. Don't get me wrong. It really annoys me when people are like, you're not vegan and you just eat plant-based. Fuck off. You're the reason people don't go for this sort of shit. Like, if you want someone to join your club, the first thing you do is not to make it harder to join your club.
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
Everybody's got it where, I found this new band, I really like them, you should listen to them. And then people do listen to them and you're going, we only listen to them because I introduced you to them. Like, you just need to let go of your special thing and let other people be a part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does agitate me a little bit when people will get a bit salty about things. And they're just like, oh, well, don't go, if we all, we're not vegan, we're not near vegetarian, we've managed to get ourselves down to just eating white meat, but we're going to probably turf that at some point soon and try and be vegetarians. But I'm selfish. Because animal husbandry is one of the bigger problems of global warming, and let's face it, we're not toning down the amount of consoles we've got, so the electric's not going down anytime soon. But it's tough. It's real tough. And it is frustrating when you see someone. It's like when you get them fucking Live Aid adverts and they're like, oh, you could donate £2 a month and this child will never go thirsty again. You could, stop getting paid to show up in adverts.
I think
that could be paying for little Timmy's well. I think you could donate some of your fucking money.
In all fairness, I think a lot of people don't.
No, I know. I reckon a lot of them don't, and I reckon a lot of them do, but some of them definitely get paid for it. Some of them definitely get paid for it, and it does. And it's the same sort of thing. Like, oh, don't fill up your kettle as much. Right? Okay. And what about the companies that just leave all their servers on and computers on all night, every night, because it's easier than shutting them down? Like, what about the companies that'll run the aircon when they don't need to, when nobody's there? What about the fucking people who drive to work in gas guzzlers to go 5 seconds down the road? What about the fucking tiny women? It's always tiny women, 4 foot fucking nothing, in giant Land Rovers doing the school run. Why do you need a veritable tank to take your offspring to school? Like, you're not dragging a fucking wagon. You're not dragging tractors about. You're not off-roading. You're going to fucking Aldi. Chill out, love.
What about China? China don't care.
China's terrifying.
China don't care.
Like, the people themselves are lovely and heavily oppressed, but
the government,
like,
don't care.
That's what I mean. Like, capitalism, they're too.
But they're a communist country. That's the weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's
they're
the thing.
They're a communist country, but
they're a communist country trying to fucking beat everybody else into submission, and it's working. There are people there getting put into fucking prison camps and getting harvested for their organs. That is some literal nightmare shit. But it's, it's fine. No one cares about it. Oh, the Holocaust. Let's teach our kids about the Holocaust. Yes, brilliant. Teach them. Tell them about terrible things and how we can avoid them. Oh, what? There's still concentration camps going on in North Korea at the moment. And what are we doing about those? Oh, yeah, nothing. Nothing. So let's learn about all these tragedies so we can not do them again and then do nothing as it happens again.
Kenesha, where shall I go?
There.
Like not say.
Yeah.
I need to go back and do some other deliveries in the eastern region.
Good luck with being a vegetarian. My sister will do it for Lent. I was a bit confused about children need and why so much goes overseas. People need it here. Yeah, it's like when people have environmental conferences and then they all get private jets and you're like, what the fuck, man? Totally random question. Might be quite deep too, but NASA and some other space companies send their spacecrafts and satellites in the direction of 8 known planets and the mini planet Pluto. Pluto is a planet. But there's still other points of the compass. What about the other sides of the Earth's outer stratosphere? I'd love to know about more what's under the fucking ocean. Thalassophobia is real, and it is valid. But yeah, it terrifies me that we know more about space than we do about our own oceans.
We don't know that much about space.
Exactly.
Well,
one is the sun.
Well,
that's very true.
The thing is, though, you got to think it's easy to think that everything's stationary, but it's not. It's constantly moving. So we know what's all around us, but these things are plotted so that they'll intercept those objects at a certain point in their orbit. So that's the really weird thing about fucking NASA rocketry.
Oh, yeah.
Is you have to work out the trajectory of this object to meet another moving object in like fucking.
And it's not even just general
years' time.
And it's not even just general orbits
no,
and things
no.
like that. It's redshift as well.
You have to get pinpoint accurate over a period of years and a distance of millions of miles. It's mind-boggling. So yeah, it's not that the points of a compass thing doesn't really map because
It's like that whole thing that people say
moving.
about time travel. You know,
Yeah.
you think if you broke time travel, it'd be like, right, okay,
Yeah.
I'd be here, but I'd be here just 10 minutes ago. Well, no, because the Earth has moved thousands of miles in that time. You'd be here, and you might be 10 minutes ago, but you'll be in fucking Chicago.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as straightforward. Like, in all likelihood, if you managed to travel back in time, you'd be somewhere out in space with your head blown up like a pumpkin. Who cares about NASA when they lie to us? Let's all get behind Trump's Space Force.
So get behind Trump and push him into fucking space.
You know what confuses me about flat earthers, apart from everything?
Everything.
I just...
What's your end game?
Who do they think it benefits?
What's the end game of a flat earther?
Like, those Sandy Hook cunts...
Seen this one.
I completely think they're absolutely morally reprehensible.
Yeah.
But I understand that they've got this idea because they think the government wants their guns, and you know they need their guns in case the government wants to take their guns. Fucking positive feedback loop for you there. But I don't get what the benefit is of the Earth being flat. It's like hollow earthers. What's the benefit of it? What?
Don't get it.
What? Why do you think
it.
we need to hide this? Like, there's one fucking dude at a conference who was like, "Oh yeah, it's the Pac-Man effect. No one's ever found the edge because you just drop off and end up on the other side."
Makes perfect sense.
Oh, like a globe. Like, just...
I can't.
I was saying to someone that Hellbent breaks the show because Clara
Doctor Who thing.
lives and we have no consequences for her living. Why does it matter if the Earth is flat or not? Why does it matter in what way? In terms of the Earth not being flat, it matters in a lot of ways in terms of a lot of scientific theories and our understanding of the universe, which, to be honest, when you boil it down to its basic parts, we still don't fucking understand.
Ask Brian Cox. Brian Cox will know.
But...
and he'll tell you in an utterly charming manner.
Yes, with that kind of upward inflection towards the end of his sentences.
Why does it matter if
he modulates
the Earth is round or flat? We don't really know, but it's very important that we know it's round. That's my Professor Brian Cox.
That's very good. It's very good. We need to get you like a streaky long wig. Oh my god, that can be our Halloween costume. You can be Brian Cox and I'll be a globe.
You can be the universe.
I'll just be a globe.
Let me explore the mysteries of your universe.
I'd rather you didn't.
I know all the physics, so I know exactly the right amount of force to apply in exactly the right areas.
I felt all the moisture in the room just evaporate.
Physics is science. Biology is science. Chemistry is not science. It's cooking with A levels.
I fucking hate you.
He can't abide chemistry. He's always mocking chemists. I don't know why. Physics is chemistry. Philomena Kunk.
You got the laugh. Well done.
Oh.
No, I mean, so what if it was? We're still ruining it. No,
Yeah,
I
not the truth.
totally get you. Like I say, I think the thing that really worries me is how fucking stupid some of the people are in power. Like, there was that one cunt in America who's literally like, yeah, we could put more wind turbines, but you know they'll use up all the wind.
Renewable
fucking what,
resources,
mate?
motherfucker. It's literally
It's
the
not
point.
like fucking Percy Jackson where they've got that bottle of wind.
Percy Jackson.
Like, it's not a finite resource. It blows my fucking noggin.
Yep.
Like, And I get it. I'm the same way. I don't want to give up a bunch of things I like either, but something's got to give. And it's either 6 billion of us cunts or, you know, an entire planet. Because it's not really us that's going to suffer the outcome. Be our kids.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I find a way to turn my cats immortal, my cats. Pepper will be chasing leaves till the fucking Australian bushfire spreads its way to the US. Like, it just... Actually, Keith, according to Trump, wind turbines give you cancer. Of course they do.
Yeah. You don't know that?
Everything gives you cancer.
Yeah.
I think...
Gone the wrong way. I'm supposed to go down the docks.
I'm sure I remember there being a fucking Last Leg song. And it was literally like all the things the sun had said give you cancer.
Everything.
And it was like, air, not air, this air, this air. It's just... I think you've just, at a certain point, you've just got to live your life and accept 1 in 3 of us gets cancer. It might be you. The question is
Probably
this.
good,
Given
yeah.
that God is infinite and the universe is also infinite, would you like a toasted tea cake?
Nope.
Fuck yes.
Nope.
Okay, the cat thing in Rick and Morty. I squanch my family. What? I squanch my family. Please stop saying it. You're making it worse. What? I squanch my family. Oh, God. It just,
Wait, where the fuck is it telling me to go?
yeah.
So confused.
I have many problems with life, but it's like with everything else. It's the reason I'll go in early and I'll stay late. Although early is a push, I'll definitely stay late. But I'd much rather sleep. I like to leave things better than how I found them. Like that flat when we moved out. I fucking resealed the tub before we moved out.
Fucking tell
of
me
my
about
our
it.
last. We were leaving the apartment, and I fucking resealed the tub, even though it was mouldy as fuck when we first moved in.
It was very mouldy as fuck.
Like, but I fixed it. You slut tracking. My mum decided to watch that episode. Oh, you poor bastard. I remember we put on an episode of My Dad Wrote a Porno for you parents.
Oh, they
and
loved it.
They were so confused.
Well, Mum was. What are dick fingers?
I do think...
You know what dick fingers are, Mother? You've got many children.
I do think you did... Yeah, God, what were we watching the other day that I thought your dad would like watching? It's quite funny.
And it's surprising, though, sometimes. A lot of the time I think my dad will think something's really funny.
Like the giant head pillow.
And then he just won't get it. It'll like just be lost on him completely. I'm like, Dad, it's funny. No, it isn't, though.
This is humour, Father. Oh, you should take the Mandalorian round for him.
Maybe.
I think he'd dig it.
And I've been burnt before, though.
I know, he
Burnt
likes
before.
he likes Star Wars.
Does he? Yeah, he probably does, actually. Jesus, he's got so many ceramics. Oh. I cannot carry
Oh, Matthew, what is the
anymore.
Phoenix incident? What have you been watching?
Oh, more crappy straight to video
That looks
creature feature.
fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's not great. It is, in fact, not great.
Wonderful. Can I take whatever the opera is off the watch list? Because I really don't like that picture.
I don't even know what that is.
Can I take it off?
Yeah, please do. I have no idea what it is.
Thank you.
Okay. Very odd question. Come on.
Sometimes I laugh and my parents will want to know, and the long walk to explain it won't be worth it. I have that so often. Like, can you carry stuff up your bum in this game?
Inquiring minds want to know. No, you can't. At least not yet.
I don't know. You can take stuff out of your bum to throw at people or make bombs out
It's
of.
not quite that simple. But I see what you're saying.
Maybe it's in the DLC.
Maybe it is in the DLC. I don't know if they're going to do any DLC for this. Can you if only you could carry stuff up in your bum. Up in your bum. That would be way better.
Look at this big melty snoot. Hi. I'm gonna abduct you. Thank you. Hi. Why are you not content and warm?
I don't think she is.
She is. Look at her.
Huh. What?
I love her.
I know you do. I know you love the cat.
She's weird and she smells and she snores, but she's mine. Sorry, what was that? Was that?
I'm gonna make a partial delivery.
Why? What did you drop?
They got 9 XL containers of materials, but I can only carry 5 at once. So, going back for the other 4.
You have to put the mic close to her so they can hear her wonderful snore. No, that isn't a rusty wheel in the living room. That's our cat.
Oh, can I spoil a bit of Dracula? Please do!
Thanks for the Happy New Year. It says Happy New Year to you. They got new collars today, mostly because the fat one had lost his.
Yeah, Mr. Cat lost his collar. Again. He's made a habit of doing that, to be fair.
Well,
He's
I
a
get
wee
the ones
bastard.
with an easy release, so if you get stuck on a twig, he won't choke. Unfortunately, that also means if you've got a smart cat who doesn't like wearing a collar, he'll get it off.
Ah, so the episode 2 cliffhanger is Dracula walking out of the sea to England, and it turns out it's the modern day.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean, that's a little disappointing. So I'd love Mark Gatiss to get his teeth into a proper, like, period adaptation of Dracula, because, you know, he's a Hammer horror fiend. But, sure, okay.
Kind of
Why the
like
hell
in Castlevania Lords of Shadow when they did the first game, and that was really good, with Robert Carlyle. And then it ends with fucking Patrick Stewart. Because
Patrick
of course
Stewart.
he's in it. And he just kind of rocks up at the end and he's like, "Oh, I'm this necromancer. I need your help to defeat Satan again." And then it turns out the main character at some point has become a vampire and is Dracula. And it's modern day. It's just fucking weird. And then the second game doesn't pick up from there. And I'm sure the main character in it is Robert Carlyle character's son.
I think that's
voiced
right.
by Richard Madden. I never picked up
that
the second game
sounds
because I heard
rightish.
terrible things.
Terrible things.
Plays Dracula on a Big Finish audio version of Dracula. And of course Mr. Snow from Being Human. Oh, he was really good in that. Like I said, Being Human was really good. I didn't like it in season 2 where they had the werewolves kind of melting in that little chamber. That was a bit much for me.
Sorry, what?
Did you never watch Being Human?
Only bits.
There is some really good gross stuff in there that you would dig.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe I'll watch it on BritBox. That's a lie. I'm not getting BritBox.
Oh, Jesus Christ, now.
I'm not getting Bird Box. Oh, good. Melty faces.
She's like a bride that gets like zombified.
I'm a
Season 3.
melty face.
Stuff like. There's some cool shit in it.
There we go. Done. Ian's controversial and enjoys the later seasons more than the earlier seasons.
I think I would have enjoyed season 4 a bit more if they weren't doing quite so much a copy paste of the same relationships. Like, it didn't feel as organic because they were literally like, oh, well, we lost the vampire, so here's your new vampire, and we lost the werewolf, so here's your new werewolf. Like, it was just a bit like, oh, you're not gonna do something a little bit different, like mix up the formula a little bit. I tried watching the American one for a bit, but I just wanted to pull my own fucking face off. It really annoys me when Americans remake an English show. Like, we both speak English. There's no reason for you to remake this.
I can
One of the
speak
reasons Skins
English.
didn't work when they took it over there, because, like, the American culture isn't the same as the British culture, so you can't copy and paste Skins to an American thing and have it work.
Did Shameless as well?
Apparently Shameless did quite well, though. Still going, I think.
I think so. Keeps William H. Macy busy anyway.
Yeah. But, you know, each to their own. Like I say, I think season 2 is really where it kind of hits the ground. Season 3 is a bit shaky because everybody's leaving to do other stuff.
Also, the American ones are always too pretty, Ian says. So,
Yeah, Samuel Witwer's in the American one.
Oh, Samuel Witwer.
Oh, I forgot there was 5 seasons of it. Fuck me. I did watch it all, but I've not gone back to it for a while.
Shameless US is still going, apparently. Alright, let's try the distribution center. Let's see if there's a story mission there. Hey, Fragile.
Okay, Sam. Close your eyes. Feel your thoughts and picture your destination.
It's a fucking cool looking umbrella, though. Although it's not really an umbrella, but, you know. Looks like an umbrella. Smells like an umbrella. Well, well, well. Primeval New... not Primeval. Primeval was not a good series. Was that the first of ITV's attempts to challenge Doctor Who's Saturday night dominance? There was that, and there was Demons. Did they try anything else?
Demons?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
They had one season. Alright, old component of the
I remember there being a show with... God, what's the name? Marjorie Tyrell. What's her name? Natalie Dormer.
Natalie Dormer.
And I remember that being on BBC, and I kind of dug it, and then they only did one season of it, and then it fucked off. God, that looks familiar, but it also looks really shit, and I don't know why.
Because it was.
God, do
shit.
you remember Hex?
We had this conversation.
Yeah, because you didn't know Fassbender was in it.
Well, I was confusing it for a different show. That's why.
It's got that guy in it.
Yeah, what's his name? Glenister? Philip Glenister?
Possibly. I'm not going to go any further into it.
I won't be looking any further into this. I hope you can forgive me. Yeah. In this game, I'm caring about Ekans. Yes, I am.
I was just about to say Hex. Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of pants stuff coming out, isn't there?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
There was that Patrick Stewart
components.
show that I blew your
Tablet.
mind with that you didn't know about, like 11th hour or something.
Yeah.
Which I do remember being quite good, but I think it only got one season.
Afterlife or Sea of Souls. I never watched either of them.
I used to watch Sea of Souls. I liked it.
Alright. Junk dealer first.
Sam, it's fragile.
The fades.
Myself a junk
That's what it was.
Your client used to work in comms as a repairman. Could fix anything, from simple wireless terminals.
So yeah, you got your standard geeky protagonist who pretty much keeps himself to himself.
Pleasure to deal with.
Doesn't really try and fit in, knows that he's different, doesn't really give much of a fuck. But he keeps having visions of a terrifying apocalypse and can see the spirits of the dead, called Fades. Comes embroiled in a battle between the living and the dead. When one Fade crosses over to the real world, goes on a rampage, killing humans, causing damage to the world around them. And then your main character and his mates have to stop the Fades from destroying the world.
Wait, which one is this?
That's the show with Natalie Dormer that was in it. It's got Daniel Kaluuya in it as well.
Hmm.
Tom Ellis, Natalie Dormer, Johnny Harris, Claire Rushbrook, Joe Dempsey, all pre Game of Thrones. It was. I remember it because Joe Dempsey was the big bad in it, and I do remember quite enjoying it. It was only 6 episodes, and then it never kind of got another thing. It was disappointing.
I could try and make that jump. I don't know if I should.
Probably not if you're worried that you're gonna die.
Fuck it, I'm gonna try it.
That's my boy.
Hey there, beefy boy.
Driving down the street and crashing things.
I can try and go through them all.
Remember Mongrels? No, I don't.
Remember?
I do remember
Class?
hearing about Crazy Head.
Yeah,
that's the
because
one
Susan
with-
McCormick
yeah,
was on Guilty Feminist talking about it. It's on Netflix, I think.
We should give that a watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a BBC Three show when BBC Three existed. Hey, I'm Amber Class.
Remember? Nope. Oh wow! I fucked that up. Could not have fucked that up anymore. Wow. Wow. Crazy Head is definitely the British Buffy more than Class, as in it's actually good. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've heard it's quite funny as well, like quite darkly comic.
Just gonna rock my baby. Alright. Now I have to get up that fucking cliff. Which I'm not looking forward to. How the fuck am I gonna get up there now? Oh, and there's mules. Good. Good. junk dealer's the urgent one, isn't it? Switch. A group of young witches living in Camden. Don't hate it. As concepts go, I don't hate it. Some fucking Blade Runner style music going on now. Digging this. That's where we gotta go. Oh. Terrain's really fucking picking up. Fucking mules over there, though. Shit, this is big mule territory, isn't it? Motherfucker. Be careful. Be very fucking careful. Oh yeah, big mule camp. Jesus.
Switch starring Lacey Turner. Lacey Turner. Her name sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that one about the asylum as well, but I can't. I honestly can't remember that much about it. Wasn't that just a bit in Being Human? Didn't she just show up in it for a bit? And because she was, because there's that whole plot where she's like stuck in the building, and I can't remember now. I think the vamp killed her or something, and I can't remember. And she was like haunting him, and they were stuck in the building. I can't remember. London Irish was really good too. Not heard of it.
Can't say I've heard of London Irish.
Yes, part of the Box Tunnel Massacre. I knew it was something like that. God, I really need to go back and watch Being Human. It was very good fun.
Crater Lake. Hmm.
Yes, she did. Yes, and the boys have to go save her.
Whoop, steady.
I didn't like the romance that they did between Annie and I can't remember his name.
Ooh,
I want to say Adrian, but I know that's not right.
London Irish was the show before Derry Girls. Okay.
Aidan Turner, that's his name. Yeah. I didn't really like the relationship between her and Mitchell. I felt like they were more platonic. It was a bit weird for them to try and kind of push a romantic angle, but
Oh wow, look. We're on like a ruined
London Irish
loads of
show
old
for
ruined
Derry
cars.
Girls. No, his name was Mitchell. George was Russell Toby. Yeah, with his Toby Jughead ears. Do like Russell Tovey. I like it when he shows up in other stuff. He's really good. I also like that he's always kind of been openly gay as well, because I remember him saying like it was one of the things that made him not want to come out was because he didn't see many kind of masculine gay men, and he wanted to be that role model for someone else, which I thought was really nice.
Yeah, I like Russell Tovey.
Has he got buff? Mind you, he was of a decent level of fitness when he was in that. Yeah, like I say, I've not seen him as much as I'd have liked, but he was in that weird BBC Three show for a bit, wasn't he? Where he was kind of basically living in a bedsit with a bird. It was just kind of royal family meets 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, from what I could understand. Not really my sort of thing.
Oh, this guy's going to be hard to get on the network. this guy's gonna be a real prick.
Him and her, yeah. I could say no shade. If people like it, they like it. I never got it, but there's a lot of things like where I've been a bit judgy when I've seen a trailer, and then I watch the actual thing and I'm like, you know what, this is fucking great. Why didn't I get on the bandwagon sooner? And a similar thing with Modern Family. I got so oversaturated with the fucking adverts for that. I was like, not watching it, nah. And then like a few years later, Daryl made me watch the one where Phil makes best friends with Kevin Hart, who's his little neighbour next door. Honestly, I was howling. I was like, you know what, this is really good. Why didn't I watch this sooner? Because Sky wouldn't fucking stop advertising it.
Hey Sam, I was looking through my old client database on the off chance I might find our mystery woman. And wouldn't you know it, a pretty close match popped up. Facial and voice. She's still alive. Our drug dealer's grieving for nothing. I doubt he'll take our word for it though. Hang on, he just posted another order. Probably just trying to push our buttons. May as well check the delivery terminal and see what he wants.
Okay.
BBC Three trailer for Orphan Black, which, God, yeah, they were. But I did end up getting on that a bit later. I fucking love Orphan Black. To the point where Matt got me a little Alison pop figure, and she kind of pops the hand out, which is perfect. Sir, will you put on your seatbelt?
Put on your seatbelt. Fucking hell.
Adverts for Carnival Row.
Good
Yeah,
that.
you know what? We didn't get round to finishing it, but
I liked it.
I was put off, if anything, by the trailers. And then we went round to see folks, and your dad popped it on, and we were like, you know what? This ain't half bad. Although your mum was perpetually confused by it. Who's that? What's this? We don't know, Susan.
We don't
We're
know.
watching this for the first time too. We have no idea. But thank you. We will try and answer your questions as best we can. But we have no idea what the fuck's going on either.
Got so many males.
I mean, Mr. Robot's gone, so that was a show. Fucking hell. I can't even explain what I can't even explain. But I think I liked it.
It's fair.
It's very well done at the very least.
I know where I am now, but I fucking love this terrain.
It's very Mustafa.
Well, I think it's all rust, because there's a bunch of like.
Man can't rust.
No, but I think it's the remains of a bunch of cars. Because further down into the valleys, there's more like cars that are less fucked.
Maybe. 50 years since episode 1 of Spearhead from Space aired in colour on BBC One. Apologies if I've misread that once again. I'm not wearing my glasses and the laptop's
you're right.
a bit far from me.
Spearhead from Space, the first John Pertwee episode of Doctor Who, and the first one in colour. And they couldn't get studio time, so they all had to fucking they had to shoot the whole thing on location, so it's all shot on film, so it actually looks way better than any of the other stories of the time, because it's all shot on film and it actually upscales to HD, so it's the only classic story that's got a standalone Blu-ray release, because it's actually worth upscaling. Whereas the other Blu-ray releases of classic stories are just like compilations.
Pure gash.
Well, they're excellent, but they're not. We don't really benefit from the HD quality because they were mostly shot on videotape, which obviously doesn't have. It's a fucking volcanic area. Looks like it, doesn't it? But yeah, Spearhead from Space is a great fucking story. Great bit of Doctor Who. Good jumping on point as well. If you don't want to like go through all the fragmented black and white stuff, because it actually all yeah, from space onwards it's actually complete. What happened to Cyberbrig? Fucking hell. Fucking hell. What happened to Cyberbrig indeed? God, remember when they did that? Nicholas Courtney's dead, so we can't have the Brigadier come back, so we'll bring him back as a Cyberman. Fucking the worst. I like this dude's beard. This dude's got excellent beard. Yeah, boy. The stuff on the plane, and you know, my mum fell asleep. Ha ha ha! Brilliant, brilliant. Doctor Who and Planes: A Storied History. Maybe Spyfall's a sequel to The Faceless Ones. That's why they're on planes. That's definitely a fucking YouTube video somewhere in the back end of Doctor Who YouTube. The enemies in Spyfall are actually chameleons, and I can prove it. I know I'm mocking. I shouldn't mock people, really, should I? Because it's probably true.
Oh shit! Do you remember that woman Nazanin that's being kept by Iran? Amnesty International's been working to.
Oh God.
There's fears over her safety.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
She's been locked up there for like 4 years.
Yeah, I've seen people thinking it's the Vord, which honestly I think is not necessarily a bad shout. I mean, if you want to bring back some fucking old villains, go right back to fucking 1963 and go Series 1. Well, 64 wouldn't it be, but, yeah, fucking Keys of Marinus, callback, fucking hell. I can believe it. I can believe it. The Vord got Vord. I thought Vor was a brave name for, you know, your alien race, personally. A certain corner of the internet going, validation! Fucking 13 meets the kinky Teletubbies. They are kinky Teletubbies, the Vord. God, Keys of Marinus is pants, in it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. It's, you know, as much as one can love weird old 1964 black and white TV with dodgy effects and dodgier writing, but
you have my attention.
It's fucking bobbins. Most of classic Doctor Who, great, but a bit pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I'd describe it. I love it. But is it good? I'll get back to you on that. Oh, my boots are nearly worn out. This terrain is fucking me over. I'm nearly a fucking kilometre from my destination. Okay, Mary Whitehouse. Don't Mary Whitehouse me. I won't take it from you or anyone else. Oof. Took a little tumble off the cliff. uh. Oh, I don't want to be around this cockhen's place too long. Wait, am I going in the I think I'm going in the direction of the crater lake, so I'm going to take all this stuff. That's the crater lake, innit?
I believe so.
So I'm going to dump
Is that
all...
where there's big shit? Does big shit come to get you?
Probably. But,
I would advise staying away from there then. My expert opinion.
well, I have to go there to dispose of this chiralium infested waste.
I have a name.
I have a name and I'll thank you to use it. Got a lot of shit though. Let's change my boots in a sec. Oh man. My ridiculous pile of shit. Tell you what, I better change my boots now. Oh, I'm not wearing my cap. Yep, change footwear. Yeah, boy. Drop my other boots. Drop them mule boots. I'm assuming best of 2019 on the podcast won't happen because 2019 was shit. And there was some good stuff in 2019. Enough for us to talk about anyway. Which we'll be doing when Chris gets back next week.
I mean, did we all collectively just have a shit year?
The world had a shit year. Fucking sure.
I feel like things mostly ended done the better for you, though.
Oh, yeah, personally, like I had a, you know, an optimistic year, if not necessarily completely successful one, but on the worldwide scale, fucking hell, mate, fucking hell.
It's a bit pants, isn't it?
It's a bit pants. It's so pants that I prefer delivering packages in a post-apocalyptic America to living in the real world right now. Like, fucking hell.
Alright, so long as you're still applying for things, I don't really mind.
Do you like my big stack of things? Uh-oh. Here we go. I'm gonna find the crater lake. This has got to be it. No, let's not go there. Let's go away from the flashy thing. You shit a brick.
Yeah. No, I feel like this year's been a really good year for movies, unless you're an anthropomorphic human cat thing. In which case, you had a terrible year, and you should feel sorry. You should feel sorry about it. That is a movie that needs to apologise to the world for having the indecency to exist.
Ain't it just?
We're gonna go see it this week, aren't we?
What, Cats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we have to. We don't, but I think we do have to. Right, I am going to throw this shit.
I think Charles is rather busy, so I don't think he's going to get the chance to go and watch it with
the
you.
sea.
And I cannot in good conscience let my big strong schnubbin go and watch it on his bill. I wouldn't let you do that. I bet Rebel Wilson got some excellent comedy material out of it.
Hey, hey. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Simon. I'm glad you've enjoyed the streams.
It was very sweet. Thank you very much.
Mm.
I feel more like I just kind of talk at you, but you've not left me violently yet, so...
Same can be said for me, really.
Assuming I can't be too aggressively boring.
Right, okay.
But please tell me if you ever do want me to piss off. I'm quite happy to be out of the way. It's
Keeks.
not a problem.
Piss off.
Okay.
Don't!
Okay.
No, really. Piss off. Don't!
I'd laugh, but it's not funny.
No, it isn't. Nothing's funny anymore. Comedy is dead. Do you think we'll get an Andrew Lloyd Webber expanded musical movie universe? Fucking hope not.
I don't know. I'm deathly curious, but I hope sincerely no. Like the Gerard Butler fucking Phantom of the Opera is...
It's bad.
Painful.
It's bad.
Like, I do find it a little bit funny, but I know I shouldn't.
Bless
Ugh.
you.
If somebody finds my face, let me know, because I think I just blew it off.
Comedy got killed by woke triggered people.
It's just hard to be, you know, funny.
So I had to be funny in this environment where I'm not funny.
Is the problem the comedy, or is the problem you?
Always then.
I just...
No. I'm right. It's the children who are wrong. It is though, isn't it? It's exactly that shit. I adore Lindsay Ellis' 40-minute rant about how bad that film is. Yeah, it's a pretty fucking great video.
No, I kind of enjoyed the rebuttal. Someone was like, they weren't calling you out. I don't know. The big video of them calling me out kind of gave me the other impression.
How can I find jokes funny when my life is one? I know them feels, Ian. I know them fucking feels, man.
Are you reading out a comment, or are you just giving?
No,
your
that's
own
just
experiences?
what I'm saying. All right, I found. Hi, Pepper.
You okay?
She looks okay to me.
She looks a bit confused, like she didn't have a plan.
She's not entirely sure where she wants to jump to, is she? Oh, fuck.
I
Look
think
at that
she
BT.
wants to be a lap snoop, but there's no space.
No space. Sorry, Pepper. I'm going to take out this fucking...
If you clear the arm, she'll set up the arm for you.
Hang on. Take out this... Oh, where'd they go?
They're in your bum. Ian was right all along.
Shit. Missed him. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, got you as well. You fucker. James Cameron should remake Titanic but make it the musical. Titanic musical's not bad, actually.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, Maury Eston. It's good. It's got some really good songs in it. One of them was in my audition portfolio for a while.
Yeah?
Mm.
Sing it to me later.
Can't fucking remember it. I think I've got the
Lull
music
me
for
to sleep
upstairs.
with your dulcet tones.
Barrett's song from Titanic the musical. That was in my auditions. That was in my audition repertoire.
'Cause he cute.
Big old chiralium crystals from where I took out those BTs. Yeah, boy.
So if they come from when you take out BTs, but you're the first person to have taken out a BT.
They don't just come from that.
Oh. Okay then.
They're build-ups of chiralium, so you get them after timefall as well, but... you get big old chunky ones if you take out a BT. West Side Story's out this year. Ah! Maybe. It's completely passed me by. Forgotten they were doing a new version out. No, In the Heights. In the Heights is out this year. So yeah, they might not be doing a... If they're doing a West Side Story, I don't... When the time falls,
In the
makes
sky.
you crumble. Apt, actually. When the time falls, makes you crumble. Proper old ruins now, boy. Whoa! Hello! No, thank you.
No thank you. No thank you.
I've got 2 hematic grenades. I can't take them all out. There's one. Oh, Jesus, there's fucking tons of them.
Is this the spooky light?
Definitely one of them.
Ooh,
Got him.
sad.
shit. I can use my bowler gun on him. But it's just a case of whether... Definitely holds him for a while.
Why wasn't Adele a guest in the series 12 opening for Skyfall? I don't know, probably because she recently divorced or some shit. Just like, I've got my own life and a new album to write.
Shit, son. I don't like this.
Neither does BB.
Oh no, baby.
Cuddle him close in your papoose.
Oh, man. Tense. Because I'm out of automatic grenades, I've only got my bowler gun, and it doesn't kill them, it just restrains them. Speaking of messy breakups, Caroline Flack.
What about her?
I don't know what's going on there. Someone assaulted someone.
Oh.
Uh-oh. BB's not happy, bless him.
No, but our snoot is. Look at that floofy little foot.
Oh, bless her. I don't know if BB is a boy or a girl. I keep saying him. I should say them.
I don't think anybody's going to be offended that you don't know the gender of a fictional baby.
I know, but
But no, it's
good
that
habits.
It's good that you're taking strides.
Good habits to build, isn't there?
Made me laugh today when I was listening to All Killer No Filler, and they were talking about this guy, and they're like, oh, and Rachel goes, oh, and he was a pedo, and she was like, well, no, the correct term is child molester, and she was like, no, mate, he was a fucking pedo, and she's like, no, but like, not every pedophile is a child molester, like it's a predilection, it doesn't automatically. She's like, no, they're fucking sex offenders, mate. She was like, no, but that's my point, not all of them are. She's like, I'm not gonna get precious about offending a fucking paedophile.
Yeah.
She's like,
Fair.
I'm not getting into all that, the paedophiles. Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Rachel
Fairbairn. Fucking treasure she is.
Honestly, she's changed the world.
She's wonderful. Still scares the shit out of me, though.
Oh, she would, man. You saw her tweet the other day, her tight little vagina would crush her.
Oh, God.
Her boyfriend phoned the police saying that he's really bleeding and she smashed a lamp over his head whilst he was sleeping. But in the court trial he said she didn't. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? Yeah, I know it's a domestic abuse thing, but I don't know the details.
That's crazy. I think that's one of the things that scares me the most is like when they're like, oh yeah, they did it whilst you're sleeping. Like, I've never raised a hand in an argument. Like, I don't really even argue with you. I just fucking go and chill out for a minute and then come back and deal with you when I'm chill. But
Pretty much.
you generally come and apologise before I've even had a chance to sort my shit out. Because that's one of the things I like to remove myself from a situation. Like, I'll do it with customers on the phone when they're getting a bit thingy. It's like, right, getting a bit thingy, we're going around in circles. I'll call you back in a few minutes. We have a breather. and then we'll go again. Because at the moment, we're just getting a bit leery.
Yeah.
Not often, but you have to do it sometimes. And it's the same with everything. But it's the fact that, like, you know, it's not like you've had a Barney and lost your temper and thrown something in frustration or hit something in anger. Like, I've never hit a romantic partner in an argument or anything like that. I live in fear that I'm going to roll over and knee you in the bollocks accidentally in my sleep, even though it's not happened ever in the 5 years that we've been together. But I still have this latent fear that I'm going to turn over and crush your nuts. And it just, like, the idea of just going up to someone whilst they're asleep and incredibly vulnerable and giving them a fucking concussion is unreal.
Yeah. It is. If Baby Yoda exists, then Ginger, posh, scary and sporty must exist. Has a cat ever slept on your face? No.
No, Mr. Cat used to nuzzle up by my neck when he was a kitten.
But then you rolled over and crushed his nuts. You got upset.
I didn't roll over and crush his nuts.
Because you'd already cut them off!
No, he does. He does have two tiny little sacks of nothing. But hey, that's what happens when you adopt a stray.
Yeah, strays must not beget strays.
You need to stop propagating them because you just end up with a lot of homeless cats.
And that's no good for anyone.
But yeah, no, none of them have ever slept on my face. I remember waking up once and my brother had this little black cat called Marvin. And I'd fallen asleep. And when I'd fallen asleep, the cat wasn't in the room. But when I woke up, the cat was just, like, opposite me. And it had a paw on either side of my cheeks.
Oh, gosh.
Like, not massively far in, just kind of, like, there. But because I woke up with a start, it just went... a joker for, like, a fucking week, honestly.
Ow.
It's good fun. He was a weird cat. He used to go in the bathroom and just meow. And he didn't want to go out or anything. He just liked the sound of his voice.
Well, that was the one who... you were told was neutered and absolutely wasn't.
Yeah. Well, my brother had to be a hero because his missus had got this cat, and their older cat fucking hated it. So she was like, "Oh, he's been done and everything." So Daryl was like, "Oh, well, I'll take him in, and then that way you've still kind of got him." Forgetting that both he and my mother are allergic to cats.
No,
Which I only found out after I got Mr. Cat.
Pepper drinks out of our bathroom sink, as in she licks the taps.
Even if they're not on.
If they're not on, she'll lick them anyway. But if they are on, she'll have a little.
I've seen her try and lick water out of the shower head. Fucking strange.
Well, she's a weird cat in that she will rather lick the condensation off the windows than she will drink water from a bowl.
Water which is replaced twice daily. But yeah, she's something. But yeah, Marvin was weird. Like, I remember once.
Yeah, sounds it.
Well, we had a balcony because the way the house I grew up in worked is we were above a shop, so you had a flight of stairs from the front door. You have to go up to get to the living room, the kitchen, and the balcony, and then another flight of stairs to get up to the bedrooms, toilet, the bathroom. It's quite a big house, to be honest, for what it was. Paid the arse to go and do shopping, which I had to like lug it up 12,000 fucking steps. But it was quite a cool house when it got to summertime, so it was quite nice in terms of escaping the house, escaping the heat. And we had a massive garden as well. So we let Marvin out on the balcony and he kind of climbed down the pipes and get to the garden. So I remember one time I went to go and let him in and he wasn't there. So I went down to the garden and then I could hear him meowing on the balcony, so I went back up to the balcony. But he'd gone down to the garden. So I just waited until the balcony and he came up and just went because he was like really fucked off with me. Because I just every time he'd come to a door I just wasn't there, and obviously for a little cat it's quite hard to scale a fucking wall to get halfway up a building. He just went because he was really pissed off. He was a weird little cat, man. End up straying though because he wasn't done.
Ian says he often get air bubbles in his bed throw. He was cleaning out his wardrobe once and threw a book at it. It was the cat. Whoops!
I've had many a time where I've just kind of like accidentally like punted one of the cats. Not hard, but just because like they're black cats.
Get out it's time for.
It's dark. I've just kind of been going my own way, and they've just decided the best place to sit is a step. I'm like, oh, sorry, mate. Sorry about that. I've noticed since Pepper's been back, her balance is shit. Like, yeah, the other day she was padding around the edge of the sink whilst I was brushing my teeth, and she just kind of completely bailed.
She was shot in the ear or something while she was out there.
I have no idea. Because it's not the first time I've seen her do it, because she can't walk on the edge of the bath anymore either. Like, when she tries to do it, she looks like an elderly lady doing a tightrope. It just shakes and fucking... Whoa!
I mean, she's never been sure on her feet anyway, let's be honest.
No, she's delightfully ungraceful.
She's a lot of things, but graceful is not one of them. Which is, odd for a cat, but then we're not entirely sure she's a cat.
Yeah, she's absolutely fucking bailed. It was not great. But it did make me laugh. I had some great Lion King flashbacks, like... Ah! Save me, brother. Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Will you stay?
No. No. Fuck off. Alright. Let's deliver this grumpy cunt his cargo. And then I'm going to go get back to a safe house for the evening. What if Disney remake the Aristocats but with bad cat CGI? Oh, don't give me any fucking ideas.
They won't do it because it won't make them 12 million money.
I mean, it probably will. It's Disney, innit? They can almost print their own at this point.
They wait until somebody else does it successfully. See female superhero movies.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was successful. Now we can do one. What yours now? We do. Online. Give it to me.
This guy's gonna be real pissed off when he finds out his girl's not dead. Yeah, we get it, dude.
Fuck, she's a twin though. Might be dead.
Come on.
This is the creepiest video I've ever watched.
It's creepy, isn't it? He's just like, ugh. Yeah, I'm a fucking professional. Pardon me.
Oh, that was Pepper's nose for a minute.
No, that was all me. Yeah, you fucking know it, boy.
She was there when the terrorists tried to take out Southmount. She was already dead because of you.
Hey, Fragile.
She's in a shelter southeast of the ruins. Mind if I take over? If he's not coming outside, then it doesn't matter who he yells at over the wire. And I'm guessing he'll feel better taking it out on me.
supposed to believe her? After what she did? Hell no. You're gonna need to prove it. And there's only one way out. I'll give you something to take to this woman you found. She says it's hers. You bring her back here to me.
That's a tall fucking order.
What if she doesn't want to come back to you?
That improves stability, mobility.
Maybe there's a reason she's in a fucking shelter.
Just so we're clear, I'm only giving it to you because I want to make absolutely sure this delivery. If my girl's still alive, and when she sees what you're carrying, she'll want you to bring her here. You did right by me. I'll do right by you.
Okay. Fucking hell, that's a long way. Alright.
According to the junk dealer, the chiral hourglass is extremely fragile, and that kind of cargo is best carried by hand.
Okay.
Of course it is. Fucking dickwood.
That's a little something from the junk dealer. Sam, that active skeleton is built for speed. It's designed to augment muscle movement, enabling you to travel faster.
Okay.
There's even a boost function if you really need to hustle, but it'll eat up battery about as fast as you eat up the ground. To think he made a thing like that out of junk, talent like his shouldn't go to waste.
Okay. Thanks, Joe.
Let's equip it and see what it can do. Go and get his girl back.
Talking about my girl. My girl.
Nearly a fucking kilometre away. Alright. Let's book. God, it does fucking eat up battery, doesn't it?
You just need to find one of them roads to run on.
Got a feeling I'm going to be fucking dealing with BTs before we're done, so... Yep, here we go. Here we go.
I think I'm gonna see if Mr. Cat wants to come in and then I'm gonna head up.
Oh, okay.
Because it is 10 to 1.
Yeah, I was hoping to be done a bit sooner, but,
He fell down a hole.
well, I kind of got stuck on this quest chain. But to be honest, I want to get it done before I go back to a safe house.
That's okay. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I love you.
I'd have been mugged off if I bought it and you were like, shit, man. Oh, it's fine. Anyway, you got to prepare. The Outer Worlds is coming for you.
Fuck yeah. Hot World's in the pipe as well.
Oh, don't put it up your pipe. Please play it first.
Haha. I know.
See if Mr. Cat wants to come in. He might not come in, he might not recognise one of us.
Dun duns. Oh, give me that chiral crystal. That is a big one. Grab it in my left hand. through fucking tricks here. Halfway there. Or thereabouts. Am I out of range yet? Yeah. Living on the prairie ain't that the fucking truth. Whee! Alright, we got... Let's go! Woof, nearly.
Yeah, he either doesn't recognise my voice or he's just not having it. But it's the cat's out tonight.
Fair.
You can try again before you come up with your own.
I may well. I'm gonna see what's going on with this.
Yeah. Just, I think it'll be a chilly night.
Yeah, it is gonna be a chilly night. It is a chilly night.
And he's got a baldy belly.
He has got a baldy belly because of his over grooming.
Well, it's not his fault. He's allergic to something.
Yeah, that's true. He is becoming like me, innit?
Not anxious and allergic to things.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
Bye.
Bye. She was going to try and go out, but I caught her because I was like, no.
He's at the Jellicle Ball, apparently.
He's no balls. We've discussed this. So yeah, we'll it might be worth letting her out during the day tomorrow. I'll have a little pat around and sniff. If you're interested, yeah. Hey? Stay down here for a bit.
Here we go. Hey, I'm good at my job. All right. Well, not Nate, you're not. Boom. Hook me up, dun 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 dun, hook me up, dun 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 dun, hook me up, dun 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 dun, hook me up, dun 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 dun. All right. Got strands all over the place, baby. Strands for days. Okay.
Take me with you. Please. I have to see him again.
I can't. It's real dangerous.
I made this for him, you know.
Oh, fucking escort mission.
My mother and I I tried to find him afterwards. I did. I just didn't know where to look. But that's not why I stopped. My mother never liked him. She made that pretty clear. But I didn't think she'd go as far as to lie. So when she said he died, I believed her.
Intriguing.
I called that message. It's him. It's really him. I should never have given up. Deep down, I knew he was out there somewhere.
Fuck yeah.
But I couldn't leave my mother all alone. So I tried to make my peace.
This is good stuff. Not great voice acting though. Maybe it's just a language barrier thing.
Only I couldn't. Not even if I do wanted to. I was stuck in the past, unable to move on. Take me to him. I'm begging you. I'm ready to go. Right now if you want. Just say
It's
you
gonna be a
take
fucking
me.
hard road. Okay. Let's do this. Human delivery. Fucking hell. Alright.
That there's a handgun configured to fire hematic rounds. Bullets loaded with your own blood. Should do some damage to any
Fuck.
PTs you come across. The gun draws blood from your body or any bags on hand to fill its cartridges when in use. Length of the trigger pull determines the amount loaded into the next round. Longer pulls mean more blood and more potential damage to the PT on the receiving end. Just don't drain yourself dry by accident, okay?
Fuck, alright. I'll have one of them. I'll have another pair of them. Bowler guns fine, a set of hermetic grenades. Yeah, fuck it, we'll take a floating carrier as well.
As you know, you'll be transporting a living human being for a change. It goes without saying that any falls or heavy impacts sustained may result in injury to your client. So proceed with caution, now more than ever.
I'm delivering a fucking person. Wrapped up. This is going to be weird.
I'll hold the hourglass.
I don't want it to break.
Any plans? It's my birthday next weekend. So, and Keats is off work all week. I think we're going to explore some spooky places around the northwest. Haunted manor houses, UFO hotspots, that sort of thing. Alright, here we go. So here's what I'm going to do. I am straight up carrying a person on my back. Go equip that. That can go on the carrier. That can go on the carrier. That can go on the carrier because it's not stuff I need. Anti-BT handgun goes on the suit. Yeah, don't drop her, fucking hell. That goes on the suit. Yeah, that on the carrier. That on the carrier. And that on the carrier. Okay. Okay, let's do this. I was hoping I could put her on the carrier, but no such luck. This is just fucking bizarre, man. This is going to be a slow road.
It's not far from here, I think.
It's a long fucking way. It's a kilometer away.
Look for the cars. Wait, what was up in the spread? That's how you can tell. They just roll you up here like it's bottomless. So, and the folks who use these places to dispose of, around to them with the rest. And bodies too. You don't have time to burn them. There's always the car.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. Surely that'll cause a void out. What's the horse thing? The horse thing is from a game called Horizon Zero Dawn, which Kojima, it was developed by Guerrilla Games, and Kojima went to Guerrilla Games and approached them to use their engine, their game engine, for Death Stranding, because of course he didn't have access to the Fox engine anymore that he made Metal Gear Solid 5 on, because that is owned by Konami, even though him and his team created it. So that's that. Why is it here? So when you upgrade structures, you can add you can add customizations to them, so you can have them project holograms or play songs from the soundtrack. So someone's unlocked that and attached it to the bridge. which I thought was pretty neat. Woof. Carrying an entire fucking person on my back. This game's gone fucking weird. Give me that. Yeah, there we go. Oof. So yeah, there's a bunch of Horizon Zero Dawn holograms in the game that you can attach to bridges and other structures as a little thank you, shout out, homage to Guerrilla Games for creating this game engine that Kojima used. Alright, let's carry on. Over to the junk dealer. Oh, man. Gorgeous. This game is all about fucking mood, man. These long walking sequences with, like, just a bit of music on to just give them a bit of... Let's take that. Ceramics. It is very calming. It's a very zen game. No. There's a definite melancholy to it. But also... this wonderful zen calming feel to it gives it all the more contrast when the fucking BTs come out to play. And you're like, oh fuck. I'm in trouble now, son. So... just gives everything a bit more oomph. Alright, give me them resins. On you go. Oh, you come here. I need that. That's where we're going. Get up there. Come on. Come on. We're nearly there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Here you go. We got ya. One human delivery. Nice.
Are you hurt? Thanks, Bridges. I can't believe you're alive.
That's my line, silly.
I thought you were dead.
Yeah, no shit.
My mom told me you were.
I kept it close. Always. After the attack, it stopped working. I thought about fixing it, getting the sand flowing again. But it felt too much like moving on. Like forgetting.
Yeah.
Now we can both move on. Together, you and me. If you're ready.
Of course.
The man I knew. Disaster John. He fixed things, made them like new again. Picking up the pieces and making the most of them. That's what I do best too.
Alright, alright. I like where this is going.
This is one piece. We don't need. The only time that matters is the time I spend with you. So let's count the moments ourselves together. I'm asking you to marry me, dummy.
I will. I do. Yes.
One other thing.
What?
Don't hate Mom, please. Tell her this is what we want. Help her to understand and accept it. Because she needs us and I need her.
All right. I'm pretty good at patching things up.
Nice. Wee. Look at that. Keeps getting better and better. Nice.
Sorry. I'm such an asshole. I treated you and Fragile like shit.
Yeah, you did.
I'm gonna try and make a fresh start with my girl. And though I can't do half of what you people do out there every day, I'm ready to pull my weight. If you need anything fixed, I'm your man. The UCA can count on me. It takes some getting used to, but it's past time. We will join the UCA's network. I won't let you down. I swear.
Nice.
I'll never forget you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, well. There we go. Hands across America. Stun bomb. Fuck yeah. Alright.
Sam, that whole region is connected to the Cairo network now. Head for the next area. To connect South Knot City, you'll need to make a delivery from Lake Knot City.
BB loves a happy ending.
Sure, I follow. Why not just get them on the network? Let them print what they need.
Because you can't print everything.
I do know that I can't print everything.
Food, medicine, organic.
But,
That blood of yours that's proven so effective against
yeah, so with that, I think that's a good place to call.
can be sent via the network. Only the old-fashioned way.
To call tonight's incredibly long stream. That's only 4 hours. That's got to be a record. So thanks for sticking around. Have a lovely weekend. And I'll see all y'all on Monday. Or not. I'll be here. Everyone's welcome. Good night to you. Ah, what a day. What a day.